I am sure sports. You know me there, I'm coast to coast representing. I mean, I say this is righteous representing for Omar. You don't know, come get the sports over here from near and far. Boy. Me say I am sure sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. I am sure sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. If me not sure, that me not say it. Know who score, that me not say it. Never know the game play, that me not say it. If me never seen a game, me no know who play. For your sports news, better come over here so. For your soccer news, then come over here so. If you don't love sports, still come over here so. For the day done, you are gonna love over here so.
So when it comes on to behavior concerning football, Jamaica is decent. I am sure that if we can get all of these things done, set in place by the end of April, it gives us enough time before the World Cup campaign. Not afraid of no Brazil, no Argentina with these crap of players. We are good enough. Remember to like, subscribe, share. Listen, comment, let me know what your thoughts are.
Trick Jerk Marinade gives your meats and vegetables authentic Jamaican jerk flavor. The spices are directly from Jamaica. Spices like jerk seasoning, allspice, Scotch bonnet pepper, fresh scallions, thyme, ginger, and garlic. The key ingredients to a great jerk marinade. 0% sugar and low in sodium. You want to try it?
Made up of 18 Jamaican herbs and spices, add delicious, bold flavor to your next grilling experience. Flavoring sauce, a marinade, basting, condiment, or topping. Trick Nick Jerk Barbecue Sauce.
Greetings, good morning. Welcome to I Am Sure Sports. I am your host, Manningsman. On this very special day, it is the 16th of the month of March. Yes, hope you're having a wonderful day, my people. Listen, I'm going to give you a little time before we even get into our content. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to take some time and just right now, send the video to someone, share it with someone, right? Like the video, please like the video, send it to someone, and then we come back. All right, I am going to do that right now. Just find some persons in your contact and send it to them, and just type in a little message right there. So please, can you also subscribe to this channel? Let's see, let's send it to those persons who you have in your contacts. You have in your contacts who are not yet subscribed. Just send it to them right now. This is going to be a big video, right? We have some special people watching this video, so we're gonna have to keep it persons who are connected to what we're going to be discussing, because they want to hear what the fans are saying. They want to hear from the fans today, so we're making sure that they get this as well. So do that right now, and once you have sent it to some persons, you have gotten them to subscribe, then we can come back to what we are saying. All right, so again, hope you're having a blessed day. I am Manningsman. This is I Am Sure Sports. Always my pleasure to be with you on these occasions. I heard that reference. Let me just say this. Let me just address this. I heard that reference were made to my modus operandi in offering a commentary on the game that was recently completed between Jamaica and Trinidad and Tobago. In particular, the second leg, right? In particular, the second leg. All right? So the second leg, so the first leg, most of you would have known that I gave high praise and big marks to Amari Hutchinson. Super excited before the game, I spoke about how excited I was in seeing him. All right. Excited I was in seeing him, went there to watch him. Started out well, but he started having what I consider to not be one of his better games. And in my commentary, I made several references to his performance. One, I felt like it was in his best interest that the coach substituted him. And I continually said, not because he's a poor player, because I expect him to be a part of the squad for the Mexico game. But I just felt like he had proven himself. He didn't need to be out there because he was having such a bad game. Nonetheless, I'm not the coach. The coach persisted. All right. So when he made mistake, I called out for Lamar Walker to be taken off the field. I spoke about Jamai Topi, about, his consistent long ball, and I called him out. And I know one of my fellow commentator, Coach Minzy, was even making a point. And as soon as he made the point, then the ball went long again. Some persons are of the impression that I was extremely biased. Some say that I was pressuring Omari Hutchinson, right? But they never had that problem for the Saturday game, all right? They never had that problem for before the game. They only had that during the game. The point I'm making is, please, I am free to criticize any player. And I believe that Omari Hutchinson, and I said that, and I'll say it again, is a part of the future of the Reggae Boys. He's going to play an instrumental part. I was so disappointed, if people remember, when he didn't represent us in the U20s. All right? So because of that, if he's not playing well, I'm not supposed to talk about it. No, I am not like that. He was not playing well. He had a very poor game. Poor game. And my standards are so high for him that I was disappointed. And I felt like the coach kept him on the field too long. But I want him to be a part of my squad. And I will not stop saying that. So let me leave that and move on to some other matters. All right, people, please give me time to talk, and then you'll hear. All right, and yeah, big up Uncharted Media. Yeah. All right, so let me say this, people. Bam. Demo say I should apologize. Let me say this, people. No, people. I don't know. So I made sure I listened back to the commentary, and I asked the people who were there. I said that he was having such a poor game that for his sake, the coach need to take him off. I said all of those things. So find the part because it is the second half, not even the first half. The second half, when there were people even beginning to boo him softly because it wasn't a lot. All right, so find it and send it to me. All right. Hey. Oh, they say must commentate and stop being a fan. All right. So that is it. And you may think he played well, and you may think listen, you know what is funny? You know what is so funny? Big up Pastor Sterling in the building. You know what is so funny? Is that I was advocating for Lamar Walker to come off the field. And I said, he needs to come off. In fact, the last time I said it, he was pulled out immediately. I beat Lamar Walker, and nobody has come out and said, Manning's man, you'd have beat Lamar Walker bad. Because, listen, every time the man get, when I give him the ball, what? In the commentary, I did the same thing for Lamar Walker, but nobody come out and say, Manning's man, you should not be doing that for Lamar Walker. So, be that as it may, bless upon yourself. All right? Hey, Demo, love me, no Demo. like a Chinese meal, you know. All right, big up Humble One. Hey, Humble One Media. Where did Humble One make Humble One Media? I did a video the other day, and you made a comment, you know. You should send it back to me. That comment. But it was such a salient point you made. After the show was done. Big up Richard. Stay away from commentating. True, yeah, man. Next time the game I'm gonna make people just pay go watch the game, yeah, sir. That may believe. But let me give you some news, all right? So do you know that there is a U20 tournament coming up for our girls, and Jamaica should have a brilliant squad. So let me give you some information. Brilliant squad for this U20 tournament, because we have a lot of the young ladies who played in the under 20, a couple of them who have also played with the senior team, and some who were at the last they were at the last under 20 tournament. All right, that would be, and so I think that is very good. All right, so yeah, so I want us to get ready for that, right? Because that tournament is coming up, and we are in a zone that we can progress from it. Yeah, Trevor, we're not going to stream no more game here, sir, because we can't commentate. The video shaky. All right. We want more cameras. We can't apply no. Right? So, but big up on yourself, people. All right. But bless up Amari. Amari, a Bible. We name kind of similar, just an eye at the end. So, I'm going to give you a little bit about what is happening with the U20, because the U20 actually is coming up. The team is just about to be in camp this weekend. All right? The team is just about going to be in camp. All right. Listen, caller, you have to give me the first 30 minutes so I can at least make the points on the video, give the information, and then we have the discussion. If I start taking call before the 30 minutes point, what will happen is that we'll go away from the main topic, all right? So give me the little preamble, all right? Give me the little preamble, and then we get into that, the monologue. So the team needs a coach. The team needs a coach because from the last U20, we haven't heard anything about Xavier Gilbert. So Xavier Gilbert was the coach in the last U20. Many people are disappointed. So the team, the Birds have returned with some credible information. Just got it here. Where's the package? The package is somewhere here, but the information just came in from the Birds, picked it up, went out early. That's why the show started 15 minutes late. And so information is here in a booklet form. There's a new coach who will be coming on. His name is Hugh Bradford. Hugh Bradford is his name. So I'm going to read a little bit of information about Hugh Bradford. That means that Xavier Gilbert will not be the head coach for the U20s. Maybe this is good for Xavier Gilbert because he is presently with the senior team as well. So all right. So this is the team that he's at, right? The coach is Hugh Bradford for the director of coaching at the Feeters Soccer Club. He's a national C license. He's a native of Kingston, Jamaica, where he attended school and started his youth soccer playing career. He played in a semi-pro and a professional league. He has been involved in youth and adult soccer as a player and a coach for most of his life. And so throughout the years, Hugh has attended numerous coaching clinics, seminars, and camps, receiving numerous diplomas and awards. He currently holds a USSF C coaching license. All right, so you see some of the teams that he coaches. All right, there in 1993 became a member of the club, blah blah blah, and it tells a little bit about him. All right, so we understand that you can go and check him out. That has a lot of experience in coaching females as well. I also know that he has some connection with Lauren Donaldson, right? And so Lauren Donaldson is I think he comes highly recommended by Lauren Donaldson because they know each other. So I think the JFF would probably, speak to Lauren Donaldson and we get him in. Now I know that the JFF, they were also trying to get the Morgans, but I think when I originally heard the Morgan situation, when the senior job was available, that Morgan situation was like they wanted the senior team and the youth team. That's how it. That's the impression I got. So I believe because it's a brother and a sister, I believe that because of the unavailability of the senior job, they don't necessarily favor taking up the youth job, because I think Lauren is going to be around for the long haul as it relates to the female side of coaching here. All right. So what is the news? First bit of news is that Hugh Bradford, native of Jamaica, but um, is in the United States where he coaches. He is now, he will be, or should be appointed as the new head coach for the Jamaica U20 female team, right? One of the things I'd love, I don't know if you know this, but the head coach wife worked in female football back in Iceland. She was a part of the national team as a coach there, where she was a physical conditioning coach with the national female team in Iceland. I'm wondering if they would want to change the dynamics and add like more female into the program, and probably appoint her as part of the coaching staff to help on the female side, seeing that she was involved in that, right? In a big and influential way. And I think having a female to do that would also be well. All right. So that's that bit of information. So Hugh Bradford seems to have been given the nod. It means that a next local coach, at least from this part, has been displaced, even though they may not be removed entirely from working with the federation, which is Xavier Gilbert, who is doing well in schoolgirl soccer out here in the local leagues and in the Premier League. A lot of his players are doing well. All right. So that's one bit of information. All right. Uh, uh, like I said, that we'll take some calls, but also got information that Mikel Antonio could be out for 4 to 6 weeks. If you check the West Ham website, you'd see that. So he's going to be out for 4 to 6 weeks, which would mean that he's not available for the game against Mexico. I think this is going to be a very huge loss for Jamaica. I think against the Mexicans, Mikel Antonio up front will be important. So if you check the West Ham website, you will see that he's going to be out for 4 to 6 weeks. So that's Mikel Antonio, unless something miraculous happens between now and tomorrow, because tomorrow the squad will be made official through a press conference where I believe that you can go in and ask the coach question and stuff as usual. Management will not be, around. I think I will be, somewhere above at that time. So you can be there to discuss that. So he's going to be out, and how significant is that? That's one of the questions I want to. Yeah, I'll be back in one of my undisclosed location. Right? So, yeah. So let's see. So Mikel Antonio is out. As you know, Andre Blake picked up an injury. He's going to be out 6 to 8 weeks, which means he's out. We're going to talk about him as well. And who are the possible replacements? Who are the goalkeepers who will be called up for this particular squad? Fresh God always stay. Because this is some good information management dropping in a Fresh God. Tell me how we stay in terms of the likes and the video in a Fresh God. Because sometimes always stay. Alright, we're going up there. All right, fresh God. So it look like we can continue, right? People, listen. Also, management don't like to do this, but subscribe to the channel, If you subscribe, man, well, you understand me? So hit the subscribe button as well, and let's see if we can increase the subscription. All right, blessings. All right, there we go. All right, so Mikel Antonio is out, Andre Blake is out. All right, Amari Bell, and this is, I think, is of all. Well, Blake is important, Antonio is important, but you see in this left back position, Balakar, we soon get here, man. 30 minutes. Once it hits 30 minutes, you can. Amari Bell also picked up a knock in his team's last game, and he's going to be out as well. I think, to me, this is very significant. Very, very significant. This is going to be a significant loss, especially going up against Mexico, having seen what we saw from Bell there. So I'm going to go through them and talk about possible replacements. All right. Greg Leigh is also not going to be around. All right. So, yeah. Right. So, and then yesterday, I understand that Dante Casanova finally got his Jamaican passport. So kudos to the young player. Congratulations to him. All right. So that's some of the information that is out there. You Bradford given the nod to coach the girls under 20. No Antonio, no Bell, no Leigh. Good news we end with. Dante Casanova has received his Jamaican passport. All right. Again, then for the persons, the squad will be dropped tomorrow. All right. You want some name? Let me see. Let me go to the birdie, the birdie's diary. Let's go to the birdie's diary. Let's go to the birdie's diary. Damian Lowe. Omari Hutchinson. Can't do that. Javade Brown. Sean Anglin. Ravel Morrison. Dexter Lem Bikisa. I'll give you that's a go through, right? Man is man a name out him thing. This is a man is man. Shamar Nicholson. Yeah, you expect Kaheem Paris. Bobby Reed. You should expect you should expect all of these players, right? Daniel Johnson. Ethan Pinnock. Adrian Mariappa. Jamali Huet. Kanaya Boyce Clark. Leon Bailey. Jamal Low. All right. Hi. Oh, it's people. You see before, yeah man, Shamar Nicholson is there, man. You see before you say that somebody's supposed to get called up, you have to make sure that they have a Jamaican um passport. And unless you know that, you can't say that they should be in the team. If the player don't have a passport, you can't say they should be called up. And then you have a discussion about why them don't get the passport and all of that. If you don't know that a player don't have the passport, then why would you mention him? All right. So I've given you um 16 names. And then at the end, I will give you some more. All right. Warren Webster, Osmo saying Anthony Grant. Yeah, man. Dexter is there, man. Dexter is there. But I think everything that I've said, people, I really endeavor not to share information for likes and them things. I try my best. Yes, when I put out things, I put it out there. Remember the other day I was speaking about the Marion Gray and I came and I said that he's not going to be available. And it is a mad scramble to get him. Bless up Elite Sports TV to get him up and running for the Gold Cup. All right? It is possible, and it is being worked on. Some of these players you'll see in the Gold Cup. All right? Demo, no man, it's okay. Listen, you can express your frustration here because I understand how you and Ryan feel. That is why we had the stream, so you guys can come and just, release your stress, your stress, Madrid, your stress on the platform, Demo. So go ahead, man. All right, go ahead. So I think Balakar was calling, so let me call him back because I did tell him in 30 minutes, so let me call him. Right, and then I'll share some more information. Demon, I'm going to give you a lot of names. What should we do? I mean, I think the obvious choice in upfront. Hello?
Where are David now?
Balakar, welcome to the show, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah. You always I tell you in a comment say, yo, stuff to people and make people dry out and you make people dry out, say, stream of this and stream of that. I want to you, man, just like when you tell me get me a tell you back. Stop make people dry out, yeah, man. The match there show good fun, military Guna channel.
Yeah.
But like peer channel and coaches they freeze up a little bit.
Yeah.
But military Guna, it sure clean right through.
Nice.
And zoom up and zoom out. Excellent, man. Yo, stop follow people, man.
All right, boss. You teach me a lesson today.
Yeah, man. If me I learn from you. And this is you make a mistake and me I say it for you, so I make nobody draw you out.
All right, boss. Teacher car. You a teacher car if you call you and stop call you baller car, because you ball too much.
Nah, man. You don't reach yourself, man. Still a learn, man. But you what me I say? When you there commentate and coach you and coaches it yourself. Only not say nothing wrong. some of the time we have to protect the ball of them. If you have a bad game, you need to come off and make somebody else come on. Because you know fans easy to turn from ball and when they have a bad game. Whether you're good or not. You see me? Lama Walker, media before the game start, media say he never have to play. You understand? And this man look like them they get too much chance. You understand? Lama Walker supposed to have more than 14 caps in Jamaica now, not true?
Yeah, man.
That way and I don't know little proper game him a play now. So and he still him how much around 24 now or 23 and he
Yeah.
still not show no sign of improve and we have Cephas and they never give you a try and still a try that man walk at them.
I think
Yeah.
listen, let me talk a little bit about Cephas. People, I am telling you that Ronaldo Cephas, at the rate that he's going,
Now
i-
go to their club.
in the summer, he's going to be leaving for a hefty fee. However, I think he will make the Gold Cup squad. I don't think he's going to make the squad for this
Mexico
year.
game.
Yeah.
How make? He can't make it too far. When they
No, I don't think because you have all right. Remember that you have Leon Bailey, you have Bobby Reed, you have Omari Hutchinson, you have Kaheem Paris, you have Jamal Lowe, and so I think because they have been in the mix, it's a one game. I think the coach will probably go, but for the Gold Cup squad, I expect at the rate that Cephas is going, that they will have a longer camp, so he will probably get a look in during the camp, and hopefully he can make the Gold Cup squad. That's what I think.
the youth they get a
But to be
raw deal,
honest
you know.
though, to be honest, Cephas,
You're
Cephas,
Jamaica best
just the
farm
record
player.
right now on goal scoring form.
My
You
best
can talk
farm
about
player.
quality of league and all of that, but on goal scoring form, he is doing the best.
Excellent. Yeah, man. I just that me no want nobody give a blind eye to you, you see me? I remember say a 16 name you gone, you know, with a couple more names
Yeah,
left in
count
me
the name
one
them.
year, you know. Cause in a year one name, me hear one
Who?
name already. I'm in a year the next name. You see me?
Which name? Which name you think of here?
I know which name we think me hear, or which name me want hear.
Which name you want to hear?
Or when I call in name, man, me text in a chat, man.
uh,
You see me? But so far, enough of you them out there need improve, you know. They need to get a contract. Now them look low in a lower league them or Europe and make a step and try to go on next big side just like Kai Paris, Shamar, Nichols. So even Leon Bailey then said you know me Norman Campbell. You can't get them youth, them the youth in them 20. You know, man is one so if them can do it, the rest of Jamaicans them when they go overseas. When you go training and you come home, when I get time off, you know you put in some extra training for your own. You see me, 'cause you have to work to stay. Contract, contract is hard to get and easy to lose, you know.
all right, so
You see me,
Balakar, I'm going to give you an option. Give me three names that you have not heard from me that you think should be in the team.
three name. Whisper one,
You think Whisper should be there?
yeah.
Okay?
You call Jamar the weight name already, right?
Yeah,
You call Boys Clock name already.
yeah.
The
It's
next
three
keeper,
goalkeepers, you know. It's only two goalkeepers. So you have Blake, you have Foster, and you have Amal Knight.
no man, which first time man like what happened to the next keeper?
Which next keeper? Andre Blake?
The bro No, man, the
Yeah,
second to Andre Blake.
the second to Andre Blake has always been
You,
Amal
the brother.
Knight.
Nah, man, which a man like, man, the brother from England, man.
He's not second to Amal Knight though.
Me as a second to Blake. My wife, third string keeper.
Amal Knight has
Him did
always
that.
been the second.
Yeah, but if the real coach him come, like a real
We're
coach him
talking
there.
Barnes.
Yeah, what happened to Barnes?
I don't think Barnes has been playing enough
Or not play
football
no game.
yet to be in the side of the keepers that are available. So
Alright, so
You have Jamali Wait, you have
faster
you can either Foster or Amal Knight.
we dey use. Shaman Knight. Shaman Knight not
You're
better than
using Kemar
faster.
Foster.
Yeah.
Okay. So you pick a goalkeeper, you pick a forward. Who is the next player you're picking?
I think me that want to see Norman Campbell again.
Norman Campbell.
Yeah, in season
So
him have a,
you'd call Norman Campbell for this game. Are you just calling him or you plan? You think there is a way that you could call him and use him, given that he already have so many wingers?
alright, him can stay. We need an attacking midfielder. That could be we don't know about a beat in our comment still, but we just feel like them a dash for the youth and
Who?
me still in a work with him for some reason. Tyreek Maggie. Me not throw him on the bus.
Okay, he's
He
playing
not
first team.
he
He's playing
not play
first team
regular.
football.
He not play regular, but me not go throw him on the bus. Because until after Rafael Mariso and Daniel Johnson don't have a better creative midfield than
All
Tyreek
right.
Maggie right now.
Yeah.
Demario Phillips nowhere near Tyreek Maggie. You understand? So Demario Phillips get team chance, can't in front goal and turn back the ball in general. And I want youth to rate, You see me? So but I use it. Then three players that we call with that Whisper, Faster and Tyreek Maggie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Whisper Faster and Tariq McGee. All right.
One
I
striker, one
I
keeper,
I
one midfielder.
I think um I wouldn't call Whisper for this game because
Oh, oh.
if I call him, I think I'm not calling him to play him. So are you going to use him against Mexico? Because you're going to probably start say so that is how I select the team. Say you start Shamar Nicholson because Antonio is out. You also
No,
have a
but I
Jamal.
left, well, I
You
the
have a
coach.
Jamal Lowe who can play in there or a Andre Gray. Because remember, you want not that Whisper can win the game, but given the fact that he wasn't making a lot of runs, the coach said that he's going to change the formation to basically a three up front with two wingers and a center forward. I think I would not call him for this game, but for the game after that against Guatemala, I'd call him. That's what I would do and give him more game time in that kind of a setting. That's what I would do still. But it's your opinion, so you don't know.
Grace still, boy, a long time now you're not for Grace.
Andre Gray has been playing well. So he's there. But you also have Jamal Lowe who can play as a striker. If Shamar
Jamalo can play the center, a post-up striker, man.
but you don't have to play post up with him.
Yeah, but if you go use him as that, remember, so we have Leon Bailey and Kyle Paris. A three similar players that can play forward,
What about what so you wouldn't call Gray to be on the bench?
Yeah, Grace can, yeah.
What about
Because,
Corey Burr, who went to the
yeah,
finals of the MLS
man is one.
and has moved to New York Red Bulls.
Man is one real poor break as a baller. But some of my baller them the things that they get too many chances and they don't make use of the chance. Stop them name in the team. some ball I get too much chance. When time Poorberg come and play for Jamaica, them a play him out of position and now I'm playing centre forward because the striker them ready there, he now go play over them. If you get what me I say. So if we have Andre Gray and Chaman Digal, you only need two of them striker there. You don't need
Okay.
a third one.
Okay. So no place a Burke. So you'd go
Don't
with
need
you'd go with you'd go with people. We are asking questions. If you let me give you a simple question. The question is who seeing that Antonio is out, who would you pick? You just pick up you can't pick a player. Balakar tell you who he would pick.
yeah
You
man, I said,
you just put in a name. Why not argue about favorite that the man would pick? You have a different opinion. Why we hey people, everyone has their opinion. The question
uh,
is Mikel Antonio is out. Who would you pick? So you just pick the player that you want. He said that he would give Gray the opportunity.
yeah man
Some
is
people say
man
they want
because
Marlon Nelson, say they want Corey Burke.
we last man is man we don't watch Poorberg day in day out, right?
And next person say they
You know, say,
want Whisper. Everybody have their own opinion. So why your opinion right and the next man opinion wrong? Ease in yourself and
yeah man, but man is man.
calm down,
As
man.
you used to tell me, say, yo, now what you coming?
Yeah,
See me?
man.
Sometimes they talk about favorite, we are talk about players who we feel can
Yeah, it's your opinion, man.
do something for the national team. And my opinion, next man can call in and give them opinion. We know have to agree with that.
All right.
We
All right.
can have a different opinion and come in
I have a
section.
next question, right?
Yeah man.
I have a next question. The left back position. I know people have said that we can move Lemby Kisa because in Montego Bay played left back. We have Javian Brown who plays right back. So you can always put Javian Brown at right back and put Lemby Kisa at left back. But you
What
need some
about the replacement?
right. So who would you put in as a replacement?
Man is man, that the one day you have to help me with, because
Who
Thomas
who
must
could be a
play.
replacement left back and who would be a replacement right back? That
Thomas not impressed me and the youth from Harborview not impressed me in the last 2 years. Can the only right back or left back when me know can call any name because people don't want to see them again. You understand? And unfortunately, one of them make the left back they play good in club right now.
taxi.
Yeah, he might play good in club right
So
now.
people,
But what?
wouldn't you want to call taxi to be there going up against Mexico because um we haven't really found any replacement right now because Greg Lee is
Can use
out,
Thomas.
Amari Bell is out, and Lemby Kisa. If you put Lemby Kisa at left back and Javian Brown goes out, who is going to cover at right back? And if Lemby Kisa gets an early yellow card and needs to be substituted, who is going to be there?
A man is man. The youth they have a good future ahead of him. If you say him still in a learning curve
All right,
because
young cryptic. I don't want you to just rebut everything that people say, young cryptic. Who is the left back you're going to use, young cryptic? Answer that question. Answer that
boy,
question.
man is man a taxi Lawrence alone mistake because we
People,
can't use
taxi, let me tell you
Thomas
this.
them.
Kemar Lawrence has not stopped playing international football.
If he did stop being a retire, he would have everybody that hear about
Jason Guna, I can bet you, bless up yourself and win you. If Amari Gray, who?
them.
Jason Guna, I will give you every single people, mark money, clip, Demo, clip this, and if you know Jason Guna, send it to it. I will purchase for you every single Jamaica kit that come out, from jacket to the pants to the everything, to the sweater, home and away kit. I will buy all of that. You can give it away. Give it away. If when the squad is named tomorrow, you don't hear that Amari Bell will be out for 4 weeks and he's unavailable, or he needs to be rest to recover from the injury.
But me hear people say them see me in a squad for tomorrow or today.
Like, you hear what I just said? So because you hear me just say Balakar. So I will give it to Balakar for you. All right, Balakar. Big up Jesus. Greg Lee.
And then again,
yeah. Go ahead, Balakar.
And then again, me hear people that say, call up Javon Reese, and I go say something to everybody from the like coming. It's not all Jamaica, it's not all ballers are born locally and go overseas in the national team, because who we say we want to see the man them get chance after chance after chance after chance and still not do nothing. When we have some young youth, I better we try with them now. You understand?
Yeah.
Better we try with them now. Who used to get passport when we just come on? You hear say like a young baller get a
Dante Casanova.
which club him play for?
He plays at Balakar. Listen, Balakar, you need to go know the ball of them.
No man, me ask
he
you.
plays. He
As
plays.
first, me hear your name.
He plays for Tottenham Hotspurs.
Under 20.
Yes.
Man, is man, me not go so deep right now. The only time you see me dig down the under 20 away a week ago, England in a man is man. You understand? I whisper in a under 20 same way, and the score goal, and now bring to go in a Chelsea team. They need to loan out the player and down the whole of the player in the academy. And when the players them graduate from the academy, I'll be a League One them ago. You understand?
Okay.
And we don't need that.
All right, Balakar, we have your big brethren on the line too, you know.
What our coach is this?
He will introduce himself to you, man. Big up
Ryan,
Marvin
LFC,
one. Big up Marvin
hold on
123 with the super chat. Appreciate it, man.
Richie Royal, what going on, my general?
Richie Royal, heal up Balakar now.
This is no friend of Balakar. You understand? And I don't know why you would be giving away a jersey and kit to Balakar. For the what? For the house cleaning, you know? And Balakar don't got a match.
You fool like what? Oh, me not see a man to be a match.
Or you mean not see me a man to be a match? So where me there?
Not see him, me dey a match.
You mean not see me? But
Balakar,
Carl Manning.
he was at the match, man. He was at the match.
I was at the match. I was at the match.
When I go to drive from a town, that the performance will go on. I have Lamar Walker them from face to door.
Balakar,
man.
all I know is that Photoshop is real.
No, man. You might have Photoshop, man.
But then the man asked who is Dante Casanova, and Dante Casanova was in the squad. He didn't play, but he was in the squad.
But you have me say you know.
No, I want to ask a question now.
You wish all that the youth they play now where me not see nothing about him on the internet. I want alone they dig up to that. Me see Omar Hutchinson and Lamba see them. That the youth there, what kind of damage you must create up at Tottenham?
He's the captain of Tottenham
because
Hotspur.
Balakar, to be fair though, because you
don't be fair to anything. He is the captain of Tottenham Hotspur. Jordan.
Yeah. And you don't
youth what?
What they call the under 21, the developmental squad. He's the captain.
And everybody where captain can play now.
Jesus
Manchester
Christ.
United
No.
only for captain. we the
Yeah,
so
and Argentina have Messi as the captain, and Messi can't play. Oh, right. Anyway,
no,
so you
you
are
see, if
saying
you
that we
read the
should
book,
not
you
go to the
don't
under
go
20.
for
Hold on. You are
all we live
saying
from all we live from Jamaican English up to so Ghana, Argentina.
because you don't know the player and you're casting speculation
So
about whether
hold on
he's
there.
good or not.
You did hear me say me come and know the player. Me say it's not
No, you
evident.
don't know the player, but
And
what you are
All
saying,
right,
what
some players
Balakar and
the
Cataract.
that captain in the under 20s, they can't even make one team in the Premier League and drop out. If the youth did that good, can become better try a little brown youth when we play warm up. And that the youth them
No,
better.
you never see my warm up
you
Balakar.
never see my warm up.
All right, 21 management.
No, he wasn't in any
He wasn't in any gears.
match gear.
He was on the bench. Not in the match gears. But I just want to say, you see the bias of Balakar. It's okay for us to call up Whisper into the team if he is in the Tottenham Academy, but no other academy player must call up. You
So
cannot be that
Balakar,
biased.
hold on. Go ahead, Cataract. Go ahead, Balakar. Come now, make
Management, you hear
Cataract. Yeah.
management, I know me not say nothing like that, you know.
And that you say who that
I
you
want
there?
to be there. So how me they call up Omar Hutchinson name saying to play in the national team all long.
Yeah, because
I
Omari
want me to
Hutchinson
take
is
it
on
up,
the
man.
bench. Because Omari
But
Hutchinson goes on
Balakar,
the
what I'll
bench.
say, Balakar, you see, if you know football, you see, if you watch Dante Casanova, you'd say that this youth should get a look in because that's what the coach did. The coach brought him hoping that they would be able to play him in the game to look at him, but he wasn't able to because he never got the passport sorted out in time. But I will say to you, watch when Tottenham play and watch him in midfield, and he will impress you. I'm telling you.
No, management, as when me say, and everybody me know, and you say it himself. Everybody that say him to get a look in. Well, he can get a look in. Cataract, stop come on show and create bad like nobody. You see, you have to go over and over on this already. Bad man, leave them things around this so man and stop come and show the create bad energy now.
All
Uh,
right, Balakar.
Like it is, you see me?
All right, so we get your selection. Other people you can call in. Who are some of the other players who you think should be dropped out? Who you think could have been from the list that I've given? Big up yourself, Balakar. I appreciate the call as usual. We have Unseen, who has appeared Unseen. Unseen, you hear some of the names that I've called and thing. You understand me? I was just at the left back because
so
Amari Bell,
management.
Amari Bell got a knock and yeah, he's not going to be available. Greg Lee is not available, so we can put if Lembe Kisa plays left back, who should we cover at left back? Do you go for the only other person who played left back in this series of game was
Who
Thomas.
not call his
Thomas.
Oh Jesus.
Or we
Don't
can
call
go
his
and get
name, please.
there is Kamar Taxi Lawrence who has been playing good, but he's old, one of the older players, but still available. And there is also this Cavalier player who recently went overseas. Is in Slovenia, Kenroy Campbell, but he has only played once for the national team.
Right.
What you supposed to do?
Man is man. Right now, I believe the left back at Mount Pleasant. What name? Right back in play left back. You know matter. The one who play
Yeah,
for
but,
the one who play for Waterhouse and then got Mount Pleasant. What name again?
yeah, but how you
Detail.
going? Yeah, but how you going to do that when he was called? Remember, he was part of the training squad and he wasn't good enough to make the
But man is man.
final.
So hold on. Once you don't make the final, you're not good enough. Okay.
No, sir. If the
But
coach has
listen,
seen
this
you
is the
and
point.
decided that he
Yeah,
cut you
and
from the
pick a next
Trinidad
player.
squad and pick a
Yeah,
next player,
you're saying
how
that
would
yeah.
if
Sorry,
Okay.
the
and it's not like Cataract, and it's not like he played some games after that for the coach to see him to say, okay, he has improved since he has not been a part of the national team. Oh, so let's give him back an opportunity.
So
That,
watch me
that,
now. But don't
mm.
go for Kenroy Campbell, you know, because Thomas, something wrong.
No, I said Kenroy Campbell or Kemar Taxi Lawrence.
I don't know. Alright, so you can go for taxi? Yeah, man, you can carry taxi.
Taxi has retired from international football.
No, he has not.
He
I
has
got
not retired
confirmation that he has not retired
from
and
international football.
from international football. And if needed, he would make himself available to play for Jamaica.
Okay, wonderful news. So
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 he's ready to
we
play.
need taxi still because taxi have experience that are going to that sticker.
Somebody said we need Tesla.
so I believe I think this might be a chance for Dexter Lembekisi to play at his original position at left back. But let's see.
No, but what
But
about
but I
replacement?
heard
What about, who we
no,
calling me not start, but
Right,
what about
right.
replacement?
But so just assume that Dexter starts. Who should be the cover? Assume that
Yeah.
Dexter starts.
Balance
well,
team.
Because
Way.
remember now, if Javi and Brown, let's assume that the starting defense is Eason Pinnock, Damian Lowe, Javi and Brown, and Lemby Kisa. Say Javi and Brown needs to be subbed. Who goes at right back? And if Lemby Kisa needs to be subbed, who goes at left back?
Mm.
these are all difficult questions, management, and that's why I don't have no license. But driving without a license, and I don't envy the coach or they put together because it may be that you just have to go with, but you don't like to go with just one left back or right back.
Yeah.
Um,
You need at least one who can cover both positions. Somebody is saying that
so
Wes
what
Harding.
what about Pinnock to go on the left back?
And who plays centre back? You can't move Pinnock, man. Pinnock is going to be the leader of that defense, Cataract. Unless you go play back three.
I don't
But
even know.
Pinnock has to play on that left side of defense. Because he's going to. And unless you put Mariappa
Mario
at,
Papa do what, man?
at right back, I don't know. I'm
No,
just suggesting. Or
no.
they say, where's Harding? Me just give
What,
suggestion. Wait,
what's that?
brother, we just have a discussion and try to solve a problem. Why as soon as a man, when there's a shoot down a man suggestion, so. Oh.
Well, I think them
Because
license it up. So
you Wagwan.
I don't know that. I don't know. I mean, I know that the coach rate Mariappa, but I can't even see how Mariappa gets into the squad though.
True.
Okay, you
For
say,
some,
I think Mariappa's role is to lead the Jamaica B team. But
okay,
I can't,
okay.
I can't, I mean, I know he's going to pick him, but I can't see how he justifies based on his performance over the 2 games.
keep it back.
So you're really looking at,
And people, for the person saying that Joel Latibodier, he doesn't
he
have
doesn't
his
have
paperwork.
papers.
And that's
I
what I'm
don't,
saying. All right, let me just say to the
But
people.
Liam Moore is back from injury.
Yeah, but just came back. All right, so
Just came back.
people, when you're putting up the names, you have to check and make sure they have the passport. It makes no sense we have a discussion about a player that don't even have the passport.
He doesn't have to get the sound effects, like he just go, I will move
Yes,
on.
yeah, right. So Joel Latibodier don't have any paperwork.
That's like me saying that for the striker problem with Mikel Antonio, we need to call Ivan Toney. It's,
Yeah.
it's not going to happen. So let's just, uh,
So Wes Harding can be called.
where's that it can be called?
All right, because he can cover at what? Right back
Right
and
back, right
centre
back.
back.
Oh, centre back.
All right, somebody's saying Russell. What? All right, so let me give you the thing with Russell. All right, if the coach is picking a local squad for training, he didn't pick Russell. He played the games. He didn't pick Russell. Why would he now call Russell to come and play in the Mexico game? We have to just be like, just reason it logically and look at the things.
No, but we're not for one of the argument. It can't work. You would. I don't think you'll be trying to give a player a We have spoken about this. Giving players a debut in a
In
competitive
Mexico at the
game.
Azteca.
Now, other players have done it, like the name that nobody likes to hear, but it doesn't always work out in good favor. But I don't think in this do or die game you can really give. Well, who knows? The coach have him. My problem is really who plays CDM, because that is to me the biggest. So we have a left back problem, and we have a CDM problem.
Yeah. All right. So at left back, some persons are saying that Bobby Reed. I, I think because we're going. I think because we're going to play 4-3-3, you don't want to put Bobby Reed in that position.
No,
I
that's
think Bobby Reed going to play down one of those flanks.
Kemar Lawrence, and if he's available, and Dexter Lembekisi as cover. So that's what I see.
All right. All right. The other area now is so Catara. I watched the game, right?
Mm-hmm,
And you know that in terms of the player who lost the ball the least, when you check the stats
mm-hmm,
and you look at the game and kept position over the two games is
mm-hmm.
in the CDM is Joshua Anglin. But he's very slow. He doesn't speed up the play. But in terms of the person who sat in the position from all of the players and never lost the ball, it was Joshua Anglin. No,
I
we
have
have
a
a
question. I have a
yeah,
question.
right?
What
Why?
did he do with the ball
Just pass it to the person beside him.
beside him? So he
Which
didn't.
which which is what I remember in the latter years of Peter Cargill, that's what he used to do.
No man. But
Just pass
sometimes
the ball to Topper.
no. Well, look here. I mean, if the
Peter Cargill
if the
did it too.
options are Alwyn Harvey, who is now in my blacklist, right?
All right, boss.
Um, I still would give Joshua Nagli that thing, but he has to learn the position. What I did see there is that is a CDM that don't know the full craft.
Yeah.
But look, as I have said before, and I don't think it's probable. So we just have to continue to suffer until we somehow stumble across a useful midfield destroyer who can also control the pace of the game, from Grant, who we have clearly moved on from, right? So we have to find it. So
Okay.
we can probably check number 12 and number 13, because we have done 11 so far. So I don't know.
Yeah. All
But
right.
that's
So
it.
you have
What about Fabian McCarthy? Although he has not been a part, he was in the
well, what Fabian McCarthy and Anthony Grant are basically the same age.
no man. Anthony's older than Fabian McCarthy.
No,
Really?
man, that's basically same age, meaning that them we look past them age group.
All right.
Oh
Let's check the age.
no
What is
man,
Anthony Grant's?
35,
He's 35. I think Fabian McCarthy is around 33, 34.
32, mm,
Oh, McCarthy is 32. Okay. All
32.
right. So, but because he wasn't called up to the games, I think. So, what about should we? You have Lambert. Lambert played in Yeah. You have Lambert. You have
Lamb who?
Speedy, and who again? Or you have
Uh,
I don't know Grant.
no,
Uh,
Anthony Grant is not an option. We
And I see
know that.
some people saying John
Yeah,
Russell. Up to
he does have a
yesterday,
passport.
John Russell did not have a passport. What about Cousins? Because Cousins has his passport.
I don't think the coach finds favor in him.
What
William
about
too.
Because in the Argentina game, he wasn't called up when he could have been, when the coach was searching for CDM.
What about
what about
Kevin Scott?
what,
What's he gonna do? Play on crutches?
I'm not sure.
Yes,
again?
he has not again. He has never played back since he played for Jamaica.
Peso and Sharpiro is saying that Michael Hector.
Them- Crazy.
Jesus. The coach
We
know
got
Lambert. The coach know Lambert, but the coach don't rate Lambert. I don't know. I don't
Lambert.
know. I don't know. It's a. I guess you just have to go with just Sean Anglin and see what happens to him in Mexico. That's just the bottom line.
Hungry not take chances. You not take no chance.
Well, I don't know what you're going to do. Because the last time we were in Mexico, the Mexican midfielders
all right. So let me just
bombarded.
give you
That's
some.
how they started the game, right?
All right. So
They
Stewart is out. Cousins is out.
well, Cousins is fit, and Cousins is playing a
Cousin,
couple of
well,
games, but
no. Well,
he's
Stewart
not
is out and Russell is out because Russell don't have paper.
papers.
Stewart is all right. So you have Hector, Lambert, Speedy, Grant.
No, Grant. I don't. There are too many forces that are against Anthony Grant. So I won't raise a thing.
All right. So
People
those
can
were well.
right.
We have
What
we have we have angling for the person. We're saying that there can be a backup. So say angling is a backup. Would you try like a Damian Lowe at CDM?
no.
Okay, I just
And,
ask.
and, and, and if Tapper, a B license coach says no, then I don't think a pro license coach can. It's not the gospel song when Jesus say yes, nobody can say no. You
So,
know.
so, so, oh, so Mr. Blake, we know the
Mhm.
game when Lowe play CDM. They play bad.
He was terrible.
What mean by terrible and the man a win ball? And I make good
That
passes.
you're watching a different game. And listen to the quote. He was chasing the ball. And CDM's major function, apart from breaking up play, is to maintain the shape of the team, right? And sit in front of the central defense. Lowe was running all over the place. A chase down everything. A CDM can't do that. He
So
was
what about
bad as a
what
CDM.
about King going in the CDM position?
By the way,
What about
Hector,
King in the CDM position?
I don't know. I've never seen him play.
So why
That's
why
what I'm
why
saying. We can try player number
did,
12.
didn't Hector the last time Hector played?
Hector is a bad CDM, and
Okay,
we do injustice to Michael Hector. As a matter of fact, I would go as far as saying Jamaica mash up the man club career, right? Because playing him out of position, he has so many bad reviews that when he
Ian, hold on, let me just Ian. The squad will be named tomorrow. There is no touch and go that can make Russell available. All right, just tell him that, no man. He will be available in the future, but yeah, not for right. So we can eliminate Russell out of the equation. All right, yeah, and yeah. So listen, people. I am not saying that angling cannot be called, but you cannot have one option. Even if you call him, we need other options in that position. He cannot be the only option. What
uh,
about KC Palmer?
Casey Palmer is not a CDM. Casey Palmer is a lazy player. You got the reviews of his club at thing. Casey Palmer is a cam. He has have a defensive bone in his body.
Okay. And
Dante
Palmer is
Casanova is a
injured.
hmm? Pardon me?
Palmer is injured as well.
Oh, well, look here. Garrett Southgate, stop working goods in a man. Nah, God.
So would you play DJ like play a double pivot, put DJ
That
there and let him stay with somebody else probably and next player down there so both of them play and then Ravel play right above them and then
are
you
you,
go like Bobby Reed, Leon Bailey and Shamar up front.
are you forgetting the Gold Cup? We have tried this. We have tried playing a double pivot with Bobby Reed there. You know. We have tried that. Tapa tried that in the Gold Cup. Granted, it
Okay.
was with Michael Hector, right? But it's been tried. I don't know.
Well, we
One
need to
is
fix this.
go
Why?
for care what right and out
People are
CDM. So
telling me it's a cataract stuck. I would have brother and sister. Mama, the coach is stuck on a CDM, right? So don't come about cataract. I'm in a big side. So then, we could just go with Lamar Walker play that for them. Since we don't need no CDM. Chat some
People,
football. No, listen,
why,
I'm
why
dark.
we
Man,
can't
I'm a dark.
why we can't just let each other have Their opinion. Yeah, Hugh Bradford is the under 20 female coach.
Okay.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
yeah. Yeah. I think we need to people listen, we're just giving instead of criticizing what the next man is said, give your
Give
call in
yours.
and give your opinion. Who are the two? Some person are saying that Dante Casanova. I would not play a player like this in the Azteca in their first game unless I have like a good quality CDM to play beside them who has experience.
So Gina,
We'll go for Austin.
no, the coach did not. The coach didn't remove the CDM at halftime. The coach put Ravel to play as a CDM at halftime. So Ravel was sitting in front. Ravel was sitting in front of the back line, and at sometimes actually playing as a sweeper.
All right. Some person are saying that Neo is saying that King because it's a one game use King. ZY Thomas is saying that Low can be used for one game under instruction by the coach. Um, yeah, and some person are saying that Speed is a better option than Lambert, but Speedy has not been playing. It seemed wasn't Speedy injured? Is he back from injury?
From the car accident.
Wasn't Speedy injured and was not playing for his club? What I think, yeah.
Look at this a problem, man. Speedy was the best CDM World qualified.
Oh,
Somebody.
Somebody said he played a full 90 last night. Okay,
Okay.
all right.
When is one? I must remember, I mean, it's Austin. But Austin.
Rudolph Austin, no, listen, Rudolph Austin not playing CDM in the league because he don't have the legs. He must play centre back. Come on, man, not do that.
Man, me says put King in the CDM position.
Yeah, but King only played 2 games there for Cavaliers. International football is different, you know.
Him can play them, can read the coach. We know the coach
Look
can
here.
tell him give me instruction on do that.
Look here. Let me say this. And I'm not being funny, right? If you're going to go with a player that is slow, I would rather go with a Rudolph Austin more than some people that don't, who's supposed to have the legs, but can't put the legs. You understand? But KY, they're not calling Anthony.
Cataract.
The thing, no. I mean,
Cataract.
may I come off for that? Because,
Check that one, Cataract.
what? If I suggest Pinnock on the left, you have not seen Pinnock carrying the ball up the left side of the field. He
in a box
advances.
three, in a box three, though. Yeah.
Right. So that don't mean him can't play up the left wing. I know he has Rico Henry.
Listen, hey, here's the thing, you know, because listen, me have a very serious issue right now. Me have an issue. You want to tell me that since when? Since 1998, Jamaica, remember when it started out that campaign, we had to basically go for a Peter Cargill. Even in the World Cup, we went for what his name? Powell. When we got to the Powell. All right, we have gone for like Jamie Lawrence. We had Rudolph Austin who did a good job, Christopher Dawes for a while. What I want to know is that players don't sit down and look at this and say to themselves, I need to learn this position and spend time learning this position because it is the position that we have the least available options most times. And if I become a top quality player in this position, I will always get picked for Jamaica. I am wondering if the players don't look at this and learn all the nuances of the position and study and work and get the highest level of exposure to the position that they can. even if it means traveling to the States and learning from somebody. I'm wondering if they don't think that way because we keep, yeah.
So Warren, I don't think there'll be any camp for youths and CDM. The man them no want grant nowhere near the Jamaica program. So me allow that out. If asked, I would advise him don't. And then if he embarrass himself, he has had a storied career. People don't want him around the thing. Stay Tottenham yard. We're going to have to find the 12th CDM. CDMs cannot be found. Jordan Henderson, what name again now? James Milner at age 50, still a play for Liverpool. You just don't find them around the world.
Yeah, but at least England have a young Declan Rice.
Yeah, but that is one that's like a flash. Calvin Phillips.
And Calvin Phillips.
He get injury prone and come back now. He has gone to Manchester City. He's not of this age and stature to marshal Manchester City and command. I think it's not an easy position to find players around the world. Trust me. But Jamaica, we were so hyped, that we take personal feelings and run where we have. So now we're in this predicament. How do we find our way out of it? What we do have are a crop of youngsters with passports, but they are teenagers. They are picnic CDM. K-Roy Anderson, Delano Splat,
Dante Casanova. You can't put those players in the Azteca.
My brethren, the youngster at Leicester City, Brandon Cover, right? But those are picnic. Look, let me say this. These are the memoirs of Grant. If Anthony Grant, who has played over 500 professional matches, say he had never seen anything like it from the day he born, what he saw coming at Mexico, what do you think going to happen to Dante Casanova at 17? He might panic and run off the field. Jump in the sea and try cross the border go America. It's a terrifying prospect.
And you know this player? Damani Ose.
No, I don't.
He played under 17 and under 20. And he's a left back.
I don't.
Yeah.
Is there an age limit for who should be on the program? Because me hear somebody had them 10-time table.
I've seen a multitude.
Who?
Yeah.
I know me.
All right. Damani Ose, is he good enough to come in and play left back? But the CDM do Catara. We have to. What would you do?
And the answer is I do, and I'll tell you this.
I need some people to call in.
If I were the coach,
yeah,
which I am not, and I'm saying that this would never happen, for this one game where so much is at stake, me personally, I would have called Anthony Grant for this one game. But he is not the answer to our issues going forward. Because he's not the answer to the Gold Cup. But it would have just buy us some breathing space for a John Russell to get his documents from Mr. Touch and Mr. Go. Right? For this one game.
Jesus, yes.
But we know he can't travel to America, so he's not going to be the answer for the Gold Cup. And the same question is going to come up for the Gold Cup.
Yeah.
But clearly he has ate somebody's white fowl. So you go. If in any other position, if we had to try 11 other alternative players in that position, we would have called back for that player. If it was a striker, if it was a winger, so it go. But the question has to be answered for today, and then it has to be answered for the Gold
I hear you. All right, let me give you an option. All right, so where is Grant playing right now?
He's training with Dagenham and Redbridge.
So he's not really playing any ball right now.
He's playing, right? But he cannot play the competitive matches because he would lose his free agency status.
Yeah, man. So what I mean that Yeah, he's
They,
playing
they play
football.
matches, right? But he can't play in the league for them.
Yeah,
He can't sign for
he's
them,
not
right?
playing in the league. Isn't Michael Hector playing in the league and playing in that position right now?
No, he's not playing. He's a centre back. Him and
Uh,
Michael Hector were at the same club, They were training at the same club up to January, right? When
right.
Hector moved. But no,
So
Hector
so
is playing centre back.
so my thing is that when I watch Hector in the Gold Cup, to be honest, the last game in the Gold Cup, to me he played well. He played well. Whatever happened, and he has not been a part of the system. I'm saying that if we're gonna give somebody like just one game to fill a position, and you had Grant, who you said that he can't play because he wants to keep his thing there status, and Hector who is playing, and he has played there already. Would you choose him, or you'd still say no? I'm going for Grant.
Well, the other worst option that you have is, but he hasn't played in 10 games, so I don't even know if he's injured. Is Jordan Cousins. Jordan Cousins hasn't played since January. I don't know the status of him,
Okay.
right? Uh, uh, it's a messy business, brother. It's really rough. It's really, really rough. But has anybody even checked with Jordan Cousins to see if he's fit and
Well,
available? I don't know.
we have the wise one calling it.
Okay, cool.
I don't know about Wise, I don't know about Wise. But I just have a suggestion. I hear what Cataract said about Damian's Low first game at that position, right? And I can't agree. I cannot disagree with him to an extent, right? Because yes, his inexperience at the position showed during the game. Nevertheless, wherever Damian Lowe go on the field, he's a presence on the field. I believe that, given the circumstances, that Damian Lowe have the aggression, the intelligence, and the leadership qualities to play that role for the game, providing the coach, give him instruction, and he gets more clarification on what his role should be during the game. To be honest with you, going forward, we have numbers in that centre back position, right? We don't have no CDM, and Damian Lowe has the speed, right, and the football IQ, I believe, to be groomed for that position if we can't find anybody else right now. So that would be my suggestion.
So for this one game, you would put Damian Lowe there.
I would put him there. I would see how he plays, but I would consider him again and groom him for that position until we can find somebody to fill it, on a permanent basis.
Okay, and who do you
right?
put beside Ethan Pinnock in defense?
Me personally, you said, who is it? Bell is not available.
So you have Ethan Pinnock. No, we're just talking about the centre back position. So because Lowe would play beside Ethan Pinnock. So if you move Damian Lowe to central midfield, because
right,
who do you put at centre back?
I mean, who are the other centre backs that we have available? I mean, we have
King.
What am I saying?
King and Topi.
King and Topi could be there.
Javian Brown, Wes Harding.
I mean, Wes Harding. I would put Wes Harding there. I mean, this game is an important game. I think Wes Harding have the experience. I would put Wes Harding there. He have the legs. He has the athletic ability. Right? So I would put him there. I mean, I wouldn't put Javian Brown there because right now, for better or worse, he's one of the players in the wing back position. Right? So I mean,
don't leave me. For the person asking about Liam Moore just came back. He's not. I don't think he's even fit for the league, much less to go in the Aztec and play right now, having just come back. So he's basically out. Go ahead, Neil.
Yeah, I mean, I think that after the game, people had asked Damian Lowe about how he felt about playing in that position. I can't recall exactly what he said, right?
So
But as I said before, he might have the football IQ, right? And yes, he went astray more like a sweeper in the midfield than a CDM, right? But you learn from your mistakes, So that's just my view.
Yeah. All right. So,
Neo,
listen, somebody just said, Chris, yeah, but that is what I'm saying. He only played 45 minutes, having come off injury. Do you now take him and put him to play in the Azteca a full 90? I think that will be tough on him. All
so
right.
so here's the thing, Mannings. Leon Moore hasn't played in 451 days. All right,
And he only played 45 minutes. Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead, Peter.
he played 45 minutes. As a matter of fact, Paul Ince has considered retiring him for the rest of the season in order to protect his footballing career. That's the view of Paul Ince, although Paul Ince can be a tweedledum sometimes. Now, if he feels that, I believe that they would have good reason to turn down any request for release of the player based on injury status.
Yeah. And
That's
not
my
only
view.
that, for the people who are saying that if he's fit enough to play 45 minutes after 1 year in England, he's fit enough. It's not Jamaica versus Jamaica. At Jamaica versus Mexico. Go and check out the Mexican midfield and the Mexican forwards who are playing Champions League and those things. You think you can go there unfit, man? Come on, man. Anything else you want to add, Neil?
No, that's that. Just the fact that I believe I believe that we dismiss Damian Lowe in that position for this game at our own peril because
I see.
angling.
Hey, so lad, I see a KC man. I think it's Rajay. Rajay need to call in when the caller hang up. Call in on the number, Rajay, the WhatsApp number, cause I see a KC man challenging the whole mirror, But go ahead. He's challenging you. He say I must ask you a question, Neil. This is a
Go
case.
ahead, ask a question.
This is a battle of North Street versus Hero Circle. Ask the caller what he's talking about. It not just easy stuff to play midfield, much less against a top team like Mexico. Lowe should play centre back or bench him.
Yo, you know what? I just have to say, I expect better than that from one from North Street because I don't even know if that really merits a response. Has he been listening to the
No,
program? We're talking about a situation where we don't have somebody to fulfill that position,
Yeah.
right? And we're picking among the better of the evil, right? So if you ask me if I would prepare to have Anglin play in that position, yes. I mean, okay. But if me personally, with the fact that Damian Lowe has tried the position, as I said before, him have the football IQ, he has the presence, he has the speed, the recovery. If I was a coach, I would definitely consider him. And as you said, I don't know if Anglin wants to go in the Azteca and play against the Mexicans at that position. It's not going to be an easy task for anybody who's a relative newcomer. But if you put Damian Lowe in that position, you better believe he's going to be battling with those Mexicans in the midfield.
so
So,
Neo, I want to
mm,
put a friendly wager that if
mhm,
Damian Lowe is the CDM, we'll be
yeah.
playing the majority of the game with 10 men. Friendly wager.
Okay, because you're saying that because he's going to do a tackle and get a red card.
Didn't
Red card,
Damian Lowe
yes.
score
I
two
mean,
goals in his team last game and was the man of the
Because
match?
because at centre back. Because
Let's move on.
Huh? Did
Yes,
he
yes.
score two goals? Wasn't
I
carded
don't know.
and was man of the match and I think he was the captain or vice captain.
Yes,
At
money.
centre back, playing at
my,
centre
my,
back.
my response, Katarak, is that, frankly, wherever Damian Lowe play on the field, unfortunately, a red card is a possibility. I don't know why him playing in the CDM role would make it more likely, right? But you know, I mean, unfortunately, that has not happened to him. Sometimes undeservedly so, right? I don't think so. As some of those red cards, I don't really think him deserve it. But you know, as I said before, frankly, wherever I play, you know, he can get one of those unlucky red cards sometimes. You know, so I mean that you know, that's my response to that wager. I don't really see that being as a reason why, you know, you shouldn't try him in that position or groom him for that position.
All right. Listen.
And the man, then he also has the legs for that position too, meaning he's tall. You understand? And he can disrupt the play and you know, tackle, move side to
One
side
thing
rather
I'll
than
say
up
though.
and down.
The one thing I'll say, Neo, and I said it yesterday. In my time in football, I normally see CDMs revert to playing centre back. Rarely do I see a centre back transform into a CDM. It's normally the other way around.
And I agree, but as I said before, we have to deal with the things as they are, not as we would like them.
Yeah.
Right. All right. Thanks for your time, man.
Man.
Big up, guys. Everybody in the chat. Respect.
Up. Big up, Neo. Yeah.
All right.
All right. Unseen.
So Marins, you are correct about that transition. It's not CDMs that normally the transition goes
Hold
from
on.
right
Let
back.
General finish. Yeah.
Right backs normally transition to CDMs.
Yeah.
Not centre backs. Because the other thing is, you know, what people mistake is that tackling and hard tackling is not really the requirement of a CDM, because you don't want to give away free kicks in that dangerous central midfield position. They are supposed to intercept the ball, right? It means they're supposed to read the game. So it's mostly interception and blocking that they are required to do. Tackling at that position really should be a last resort, because you shouldn't really be trying to go to ground and winning the ground jewels. Sorry.
Yeah. All right. We have a call online. Caller, welcome to the show. Good afternoon.
Yeah, man, big up Mannings, man, and big up Cataract and all that Mannings thing. But my point of view based on Mexico match, to be honest, the CDM really I got tough in a Mannings because you can't really not do experiment, you know. Because if you check the Mexico team, you know, I mean, no enough I fans them and really check the Mexico team. If we ever do not experience, but we just play 2 games in a CDM and we believe say it'll go work, it not go work. Because Mexico team is a high quality team them pick. So me don't really have the option, but it has to be really tough on the coach. Because I know the coach, I see the Mexico team and the Mexico team already get issued. So we can't go do no experience to beat. Me here King, me here Low, but no experience to beat. The true management. Because if we do experiment, we not go win. I mean, and the coach said he want to win Mexico match. That's what I'm saying all the time out.
Yeah, because if we draw the game, Mexico can top this group, right?
Yeah, but they might play Suriname first. They might play. Everybody expect them to beat Suriname. Yeah, everybody expect to beat them. So if they win, they might have 1 point over we are. If we can't draw, like if they win, we have to. We not really can go draw because then we they on 5 and then they on 4. Is me correct?
Yeah. They're on. Let me.
Yeah.
I'll just check in. Let me just check the Huh? Mexico on 3. Is it Mexico on 3?
We draw 1.
And win 1.
We draw 2, win 1.
Yeah, we draw 2, win 1. Right.
Yeah, we they on 5, but we don't remember where Mexico they on. Mexico they on 3. Mexico they on 3, me believe.
Yeah, because they have 2. I think they're on 3 points.
We have matching on
3. All right,
but they have 2 games.
So that means if Mexico wins Suriname, we have to go win them.
Because we are on 5. They are on 1. So if Suriname win and go
we
4,
can draw. Yeah, if
we can draw.
Upset.
Yeah,
we can draw. If Suriname do an upset, we can definitely try play for a draw and try get the win. But boy, me I tell you no man, it's me here the chat and it's sticky on the side, and me understand everybody point of view, but the fact is when you come on to the experiment, if we want to go like semi-final, that is not an option because the quality of the team, if we ever try a man, we just play 2 games, the man them are gonna kill them. Cause everybody knows the Mexico have most of the ball. So if them
Yeah.
have like 60% with an experienced CDM, imagine when we just put in a man with 2 game experience. The man them are about 70,
Could we
80%.
try? Could we try? Could we try? What we did probably in
Mm-hmm.
90, probably try a 3-5-2 or a 3-4-3. That way you have more people, you have 3 person at the center, your defense, you probably have like Pinnock, King and Low. You know, you have Lemby
Yeah, we have
Kisa.
to be honest,
Yeah.
that was my point. We have to go try find a formation and just try hit them on the counter.
Maybe
Try
that's
pull up the midfield as much
yeah.
as
What do you think
possible
about that
because
unseen?
we lack at that position there.
Are you go 3-4-3
Yeah, we lack at that
or yeah.
position there. We really lack
Three
it and we can't do no experiment.
yeah. Are you go 3-2-3-1 or 3-4-3-3? But you have 3 center back. You put so when you're defending now you basically have a back 5. You almost play like with a sweeper, so you always have numbers in the middle of the defense. That's what you're suggesting, Carla.
Yeah, man, me already suggest a defense. Right now, man, I understand the Jamaica people love see the player, but them just need find out. Me know say most of them don't check the opponent. That I like the next thing with Jamaica fans. Them not check the other team. I just like how them Trinidad do. We never that check the team. And when we get the flash, everybody I say, yeah, we could be Trinidad based on the
So
quality, but a football, we know how it's set. We know the club set and we know how international football set. And me advise them to go check the team before them even talk or even call a baller. Because I know joking thing, football can't attack a move on a different level right now.
Yeah.
You see me man so
True.
me no know. Me would agree with that. Try defend, pull up the
Or you
midfield
could even
and try hope
play
for something.
because Javi and Brown is play. Well, you don't need to. But yeah. You know, I like I said, I would go probably three at the back and let I don't know, Low be the center defender with Pinnock on the left and probably like a King on the right. That way he's not exposed to a lot of tackling. If we feel like he's going to be carded, then you play 2 holding midfielders. So right in the middle of the park right there, so you got 5. You have
Yeah, man,
5
makes
persons in
sense,
there.
man. And that's my point of view. So me, I just man watch the show.
Yeah,
But
man.
that make more
so
sense.
so
So
so man is man.
That's all.
Oh,
Uh,
call it
yeah, man.
So
All
man
right.
is man. Man is
Yeah, man.
man.
All right, color.
One second.
Respect.
I have some breaking news. I don't want to sound like Dre anyway. So I can confirm. No. Anthony Grant is training for the last month with the Chelsea under 21 team and has played 2 friendly matches with the developmental squad, right? Because he can't there. So that is the latest status. I did not have that up to the start of March. Sorry, since the start of March. So I was incorrect about Dagenham and Redbridge. That was really up until the end of
Yeah,
January.
come never like the Dagger
Right.
business. Not the Jamaica team.
So he's back at his original club now at Chelsea.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I was going to ask this question, but somebody just put it up there. We have which is the players who played in the Mexico game in Jamaica in holding midfield was Speedy and Lambert and withdrew the game. Could we go back to that? But we have Demo online.
of course.
Demo.
Big up man's man, big up the panel cataract and big up on itself.
Yeah,
So
Demo.
man's man.
Yes.
I was just checking the last squad that went to Mexico. And I think that was with the whole bust up with local players and something, right? And some of them.
No.
The red when there was a problem where several people couldn't go because of the pandemic.
Yeah.
Pandemic. It was the pandemic. It was the
We
bust
played
up.
Mexico 2 times after that in Jamaica, you know.
Yeah, but more on talk about the Azteca.
Yes.
Because that's where we're going. And we lost that game 2-1. I think we lost it in the dying moment. I think right after Anthony Grant come off.
Yeah, we brought on was it Vassel we brought on? Vassel and and Javon Watson a sink.
Yeah, Tapa take off Grant, I must bring on Bats, and right after that, them score the win. Right? So, what I'm seeing on the thing is like it's a 4-4-2, like them play. But what is interesting was that Speedy Williams was there and Grant was there. Like them two the inner the belly.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna understand like why we can't them say Speedy play a full 90 minutes. Why him can't play? Why him can't come back and play?
Yeah, why not? Because when we played Mexico out here and drew the game, it was Speedy and Lambert in the middle of the park.
Yes, a lot of people are saying I comment of course Speedy and Speedy no tackle and all of them nonsense. Like me
Well,
understand. Me never think Speedy was we go ahead, sir.
all I would say is go ahead and try it. Mexico in Jamaica is a different prospect from Mexico in the Azteca.
No, but it's the Azteca game he's talking about.
This is the Azteca game.
Oh, the Azteca game. So why am I misheard? I gave you something else.
That's why I deliberately go for that game, man.
He said that in the Azteca game, Speedy was in midfield with Grant. So why we can't put Speedy back in the midfield? But Marlon Nelson is saying that Speedy is completely different. It's totally different now, Demo.
In terms of what? Because we don't know. In terms of what? In terms of what? Lost his legs? Like what happened? We don't know.
I mean, you'd have to call and tell us. I don't know.
So when you tell me the comment for management, I think you're going to give me like...
No, but he didn't explain it, so I can't tell you.
Yeah, but my thing is, I mean, him have the Azteca experience already. I mean, we lost the game in last minute kick. We were drawing in the Azteca 1-1 until that substitution. And I think him have the experience. So bringing him in, and then they have Ravel or J or whoever, I think he can do the job.
What's that?
Yeah. That team. Wait, Ian. Anyway, Ian, that team not gonna work. Who is JD?
Who is JD,
Ian?
The club from IMAX TV.
Cataract, don't call him, man. You can't call him, don't call him on no name, man. Don't call him, man. Do not call him on the name. Cataract, you love give problem.
Can you clarify who is JD, please?
Man is what?
Yes,
who's JD? Unseen. Who's JD?
I'm a louder part of the thing.
You know the local player, them brothers.
We have your friends still, but we're not going to watch out.
Big up team, thanks for the call.
Hold on, the daddy they want to wet you up and that they want to tell you. You
find the money and buy tickets.
The man
Cataract, but this Dali argument, man. Come on, man, get to the... Ask the pedantries, man. Come on, Unseen. What you saying? Oh,
yeah,
geez,
so the formation where I use with the type of players isn't that formation too defensive though?
3-4-3.
No, with all the in terms of the tactics where you apply in the game, isn't that we will go too defensive?
The 3-4-3.
Yeah. With the formation that you were telling the guy on the phone.
No, because you're going to still have three strikers. What you do is that your defensive shape will be better. That's all I'm saying. What I'm saying is that the thing with 3-4-3, it's a harder formation to set up. But the camp is going to start on Monday. So the players going to be here. So the coach will have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday to kind of work with them. So you could try that.
They say we'll start out in 4-4-2 though.
No, he's not going to use 4-4-2. I can guarantee that we're not going to see that. Omar Fowling, I don't understand what you mean. What kind of fanboy you talk about? What kind of truth me not talking? When I make the comment, you have to explain to me. So Omar, tell me what truth am I not talking? Marvin 123, thanks man. Man is man, Speedy a good baller. Just not that creative, but I love when he play, honestly. I think Speedy, the truth, you know. Some people are saying it's a lot of times him disrespect the other youth. But listen, people, we can't be like that. Let other people do that, man. We don't have to be like others, man.
True.
Cataract. Triple E says Ultra couldn't even buy dollar tickets.
Ultra broke.
Cataract. That
Man is
cataract.
man. You need to clarify to the people that I was given a media pass that restricted me
You can
to
talk about
only the players' dressing room. I say, why do I want to go in a man dressing room? I one zone, man. So me can't go through the tunnel to get to the dressing room, but me can't go in that dressing room. Like me have to climb through the window. So I was not able to go anywhere in the stadium, sir. Once I was in.
all right. But Ian, as to answer you, we have Tennessee online. Okay, you Demo, Marlon was saying that Speedy is off the pace. That's what he was saying. All right. So we have I'm going to come to you. Liam Moore cannot start this game, Ian. You can't have a player who has not played any football for over a year. I don't even think his club is going to even release him.
No, the
Because
club
he
will
just
listen.
came back and played 45 minutes. Like we don't, anyways. But
And
anyways.
2 weeks ago he was injured. You know. 2 weeks ago he
Anyway,
had
I'm not
re-injured
going to
himself.
Tennessee. I'm trying to be realistic and I'm trying to take up my emotions. But Omar Falling, I need to know what you mean. Tennessee on the line, Cataract and
So
Anfield.
who
Let's
have
keep
music in their background? Somebody can mute their mic. You know, man.
Tennessee.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. What say you?
Big up Cataract and see. I was just throwing this out there, man. What I'm to Curtis still. They could play my team.
Tilt?
Tennessee, you know something rated, brother. Rated Tennessee. But today I first.
No, I'm just ask still. You understand? Me don't know. Me just ask.
Tennessee, is there something in the water in Tennessee, like in Flint, Michigan? No. Did you forget the pirouette? Did you forget the synchronized salad in the Japan under
But
23
you know,
game?
Cataract.
No, man.
You know, so really and truly, me not think Curtis still get a fair chance. He really
No,
plays.
Curtis still can't come
So me
play
just
with.
ask.
Curtis still that one of them. We really could have come play with the B team still and bring some, what you call it, experience there. So, but I really don't think Curtis, as an international footballer, taking on the thing. I know for him take that.
Yeah. And with me, I look for money.
But he could surprise us.
I just going to finish up.
No, I got you, man. No,
I think no matter what happens between Suriname and Mexico, because even if Suriname pull up a miraculous result and draw with Mexico, I think we still have to go beat Mexico. Because I think in the first match, Mexico beat Suriname 3-0 and draw with Jamaica 1-1. So them score 4
All
goals.
right, so let me see. We have +2. They have +3. Yeah.
Yeah.
So so Suriname, if Suriname beat them, we draw the game, we top the group.
But I never got so far if Suriname beat them. I say Suriname even draw the match.
If Suriname draw with them, we're going through. No, yeah, both of us going to be on 5.
No, but we still have to go beat them.
Yeah.
Have to beat them.
But the game is in Suriname.
Yeah, we know. And then beat Suriname 3-0 in the first match. Well, we hope that Suriname can pull out some miraculous results against Mexico or something. But so the team look right now. Kind of hard for me to really right now Jamaica beat Mexico and Mexico. Maybe if it was in Jamaica, would have more confidence. But anything can happen still. That me want to big up on yourself, man.
Maybe what they can do, yeah, man, big up Tennessee. Maybe what can happen is that Till can be called in as a centre back, and probably Bizier as a centre back, and then we move somebody else as cover in midfield alongside Speedy. I don't know, but I mean, I guess the coach some of these things. But the squad is going to be named tomorrow. I gave you 18 names. You understand me? You must can work with that until tomorrow. You understand me? Can't complain. Yeah, but up front we don't have no problem, Cataract. Bowser, because Antonio is out, Bailey, and the farm that Bobby Reed is in, he's there. All right. Jamal Lowe is one replacement. Kaim Paris, Hutchinson. Is there any space in the team for Junior Fleming? Unseen, and then Cataract.
Space for Junior Reed.
From this background. From nice in the background still.
Okay, all right.
But anyway,
Right,
Cephas is there.
I don't think Cephas is. I think Cephas is going to be around for the Gold Cup.
Why? Why him can't do it?
Because I think the coach is going to use player that, like I keep on saying this, it's going to be hard for the coach to bring in players that he has not worked with and play them. It's too difficult, and I think right now I would not want Cephas to come and for this one game and not play.
I'm going to play, man, when the coach see me in a training, man, come in and start training.
Who is he going to start? Who is he going to start?
You don't know that. You don't know
asking
that.
You, I mean,
You don't know that.
Hold on. Before you answer, let me ask you the question and before you answer me. Coming into this game, Leon Bailey and Bobby Reed are there. Even if Cephas performs in training, which one of them you would not start? And starting.
So, you have to target as a coach. You know? If Cephas perform better, Cephas a start.
All right. Let me tell you, I'm going to give you a good example. All right. Anyone who saw the team, this first time management ever said this. Any of you who saw the team, any of you in training over the two games or saw clippings, you know which one of the players did probably the worst in training? Who can tell me? Cataract, take a guess. Unseen, take a guess. Which one of the players, the international players, did the worst in training?
Ravel?
No.
Okay. I don't know. But
all right.
We're going to the rabbit hole and expose training. Right. What I'm saying is that.
So now let me tell you, the player in training, and this is why he never get enough time until the last game. So I'm going to tell you what happened. It's Tyler. Tyler never looked good in training. That is why he got limited minutes. But here's what happened. When Tyler played, he impressed. The point I'm making is what Unseen is saying. If I have my training session and Colin Anderson for this game was working harder in training than Mikel Antonio, I'm going to still start Antonio. If I go to training and Richard King looks better in training than Ethan Pinnock, I'm still starting Ethan Pinnock.
AKA Rupert. So training is not really to change up a squad. Training is to keep the players sharp. The coach has his 11 that he would have been.
Exactly.
Right?
So, and listen, let me just answer.
You don't agree to that, none at all.
Well,
you don't. With 2 days to go and you get called into an international thing, you look around the world, the coach has his starting 11. It is rare that a player come from the fringe, barring injury, and push out a man in the starting 11. It don't really happen. What you're there is that you're there to keep yourself fit, make sure that you fit in with the team and the rhythm, that when you are called upon, like if there's an injury, a red card, the game is under, you're losing and you want to score a goal, or you go a goal ahead and you want to defend. When you come in, you can fit seamlessly into the team. But people don't go around and randomly pick starters. If you close your eye, you can tell
Cataract.
11 of the
Um,
players that are going to start for England. Don't care
Cataract.
who are impressed.
Me I say, Cephas. One Cephas, my gone.
Okay. All right. Oh, okay. Okay. I don't know. Is he trying to drop the mic or something? So,
Somebody, I said, Damian James.
the big
Hey,
question is,
listen, people, let me just say this.
Okay.
I don't know if Damian James is referring to when I use Anderson, if Anderson trained better than Mikel Antonio, if Anderson, because he's saying that he don't like how you all pushing Colin Anderson to the side. How you get that? I don't understand. Like what the people them hear. Tell me if I'm delayed because I feel like sometimes when I talk, it's like delay. Like so sometimes the people don't hear half of what I say. So Fresh God, are you hearing me? Rob, you guys hearing me? Clearly, because I think sometimes we don't hear each other. You know, like we feel like swear. Like I will just use an example. But Keter, go ahead. I'd make a point.
No, as I said, we have to really break down the attack. How many center forwards would you think the coach should carry versus wingers?
So listen. So you're going to bring 4 wingers.
4 wingers and how many
Yeah.
center forwards?
It's one game, so you're going to bring 3.
Okay, so those 3 would be Shaman
So
Nicholson,
yeah,
Andre Gray,
and I think Jamal Lowe is going to be the next one.
no, Jamal Lowe is a winger.
Yeah, true. But yeah, I think
So you're saying there's no place for Dujon Richards then?
I don't think he makes the squad.
Well, I would be disappointed.
Yeah, I don't think
I would be disappointed.
Yeah,
if he doesn't make the squad.
I think I would call him for the Guatemala game again.
I would be disappointed.
Okay.
If he didn't make this squad, but the coach doesn't have to appoint me. He can disappoint me. I would have carried 3 wingers because I believe that some of the wingers can play on either wing. Like Leon Bailey can play either left wing or right wing. Right. So I believe you only need 2 wingers with Leon Bailey. And that really would be Bobby Reed is really a number 10 who's a small forward or a false 9 or whatever you want to call them.
All right. Let me just answer this. People, I am not, you notice, KY, I am not comparing the player with any JPL player. No comparison. Me not compare nobody with local players or the domestic players. When I look at it, I look at what I'm going to need, what the player did, and what I can expect. That's it. All right? So let me say that. So, Keta, let me give you the names that I have. Damian Lowe, Omari Hutchinson, Javian Brown, Rafael Morrison.
Damian Lowe up front.
Dexter Lembikisa, Shamar Nicholson, Kaim Paris, Bobby Reed, Daniel Johnson, Ethan Pinnock, Adrian Mariappa, Jamali Wade, Connor Boyce Clark, Leon Bailey, Jamal Lowe, Kemar Foster, and Andre Gray. That's 18 that we leave it with. We have a caller online. Caller, welcome to the show. Good afternoon.
I'd like to add 19.
All right. Good afternoon, man.
Hold on a sec. This is Jay Taylor. Who is 19, Ketara?
But you say the person is not there, but I didn't hear and correct me if I am wrong. You're saying that you wouldn't consider Kahim Paris?
No, Karim Paris is here.
Oh, he's there.
He's in my squad.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
he's there. He's in it.
But I would want to add Dujon Richards. That would be my.
All right.
But I know you are closer to the fire than I am because there's a lot of rain.
On my list over here, he's one of the names: Normal Campbell, Burke, Harding, Kemar Lawrence, Kenroy Campbell. That people have been saying Speedy and Lambert are some of the other names. But let's hear what Demar Gray don't have his the requisite paperwork. Go ahead, Jay Taylor.
Yes. big up yourself, man. I really enjoyed this stream. I see that you guys were at this from the stadium. I think I even spotted Cataract with a cup of rum under the flags at one point. Wasn't sure if I did him.
Yo,
But yeah,
I've bulked up. I've bulked up. That's the only place that I was allowed to. I was restricted to a specific place in the stadium. So yes, the ultras were under the flag.
Yeah, it was. I saw Cataract under the flag. Yeah, my name's Bud. I really appreciate what you guys did with the stream. If you guys can get to balance the because we like to hear the ambience sometimes from the stadium, but I know you guys are just working it out with your commentary. There was a few moments where you got overly excited and me a cook and me run out of the kitchen think somebody score, but you're gonna get it right. Something that I didn't really agree with you with Management, where I do agree that Omari Hutchinson was having a terrible game, but I think the coach did the right thing by not taking him off, because I think that's where you can shut his confidence, where you pull him because he's not playing well. Sometimes you want young players to play through those tough moments to kind of understand that this is international football and it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be like at Arsenal, where, as you can see last night in the game, he was spending so much time on the ball, but something wasn't right. I felt like he was also a bit frustrated because he made a lot of runs. I saw Jardine. I keep telling people, I don't know why they're letting Jardine Fletcher them sweat up in the new Adidas jersey then. And Lamar Walker, those guys not going to wake up one day and get better. How many chances they're going to get? I saw Omari Hutchinson made a run. Jardine Fletcher just look like him. Somebody called him in the stands. Him just look up in the stands and do something else. And I think those things were frustrating the youngster, where he's used to making runs and getting the football at feet, and that wasn't happening. No, man, I'm giving the coach 4 games, and I'm gonna start if I don't see any. I know these are practice games, but in 4 games, if we're still playing this long ball foolishness where it's Topi or some of those guys are designated to make the final pass out of the back, we have to call for the coach's head, because I don't think this is the fastest way he's gonna lose the Jamaican fans. We don't want to go back down that road again. The kick and run. You were in the stadium, man. You think the coach instructed Jamar Topi and Richard King to play those long balls constantly, because it was very frustrating to watch.
He's going to. There's a press conference tomorrow, and I am sure that he will be asked that. And I think I know what those were not the instruction. Again, let me tell you, and I said it before. Mm-hmm. Whenever Jamaican players come under pressure, especially in our league, is exactly what they do. Their default option is to go long. And it is going to take a lot of getting out. Either you're going to get it out of them, or you're going to have to get them out of the team. It's not going to stop. If you don't get it out of them, I heard one coach who actually, after the game, went to the player from his team and was berating the player for doing it. Said, why you doing all of that? You never needed to. And that is going to be dealt with. Either the players going to have to change, or they will be changed.
Because the amount of times that Topi did that, man, I'm thinking either the coach instructed him, or if the coach didn't instruct him, the coach is a bad coach. Like, it's 2 things. It's either he instructed them like this, and the only way we're gonna break down Trinidad is going long, and the point of attack is gonna come through my centre back, which is to
be fair though, one thing I'll say though, Jay Taylor, to be fair though, Mariappa did the same thing. Mariappa was no different.
So, Mariappa. Okay. Mariappa. This Mariappa should only take part in these kind of games, and the coach obviously respect Mariappa as a respected veteran. But I think Mariappa should start to draw closer to the sidelines and try to figure out how to get on the coaching staff or something. We can't stomach Mariappa out there doing this foolishness either, being unattached. I know he has done well for Jamaica, but these kind of games also show us that Mariappa just doesn't have the stamina anymore. He has been one of our better players in the past, but I think the send off for Mariappa should arrive very shortly. Another problem I saw, man, we look better with Ravel going forward, but the midfield breaks down because Ravel is not a tackler. I would have thought that Splat would have got a little more playing time to see if the youngster could fill that void, or he would have picked some play. I think Anglin looked decent, but we haven't seen Anglin with Ravel. What do you think about that? I don't know if I'm evaluating what I'm seeing, but I'm seeing these issues that when Ravel came on, we look better going forward, but on defending, we look more vulnerable.
Yeah, because that's it. Ravel don't have the legs to move around in midfield, so he would struggle. And then Anglin, even if he wasn't winning a lot of balls, he was, covering a lot of ground, which helps. So that is it. I think we could be seeing though. So that is the issue, right? I think that is it. If you play Ravel there with no one like an Anglin in there in a friendly game like this, then you will find that happening. And again, that is where the issue is with the team, right there. All right. Let me go back to the Omari Hutchinson situation. I find it strange, right, that Saturday I named him as the best player, spoke about his quality. All right. Everybody was okay. Leading up to the game, everybody was okay. All right. First off, he was playing bad enough. I wasn't asking for him to be substituted. Second half, the same thing happened. And I did what if you listen to the stream, what you said is exactly what we said. It is obvious that there are two things. Maybe there's something that the coach wants the player to be doing while he has him out there and he's trying to get him to do it. And we said that it must be on the defensive end because he wasn't doing a lot going forward. I will say this: a lot of the issues I had with him was not the players not giving him the ball or him not making run. It's what he did when he got the ball. I thought he was trying to impress. And so the more he tried to, which is one of the things I think could, listen, I can tell you this, is not many teams, a young player, right? A young player like Dujan Richards, is not many teams in the world you could make your debut and kick a shot from 50 yards when you had passes, and people don't berate you, Just to put it into perspective. When listen, in fact, Jordan Fletcher in the second half tried something like that off his right foot, and people cussed him out. The point I'm making,
but the difference is Jordan Fletcher have a track record of kicking the ball in the stands.
How many times? But Jordan Fletcher don't play a lot for Jamaica still. But fine. But listen what I'm saying.
Anywhere in play, he doesn't kick the shots on target. I said that the other night before the game.
Well, I don't know about anywhere he plays still. That I will not. I can't agree with you. Jordan Fletcher. When I say anywhere he plays, you have to. But we're not going to go down there because I don't agree with that. So let me just go to what I'm saying. All right. So that is it with Omari Hutchinson. But he will be a part of the squad. He must be a part of Jamaica's future going forward. But I also said that Lamar Walker should come off the field. I also said that if Topi kick one more long ball, the coach should change him right away and send him straight back to Senton. But everybody was okay with that. Everybody was okay with me saying that about Topi. Nobody had a problem. Nobody had a problem with me saying Lamar Walker should come off because they were playing bad. When it came to Omari Hutchinson, I said I felt like the coach needed to save him. And so that is where me I say, what then? Why is it so bad? All right. So when it comes on, all I'm saying is that because the people don't. So listen what I'm saying, J Taylor. Whisper, lots of potential, but there's a lot of work to be done with him when it comes on to international football. So when we have opportunities like this, where we have friendly games, he needs to play. He needs to play. He needs to play. He needs to play and learn certain nuances with the international game. For example, how to operate without the ball. How to operate without the ball. How do I move to create space? Because when he gets the ball, when he gets the ball, he does well. But without the ball, he's not as active. All right, so that's it. The other point I'll make, I'll tell you this. That any other player who gets the ball in an international team at 17 at debut and does that, it will cause a lot of ruckus in stuff, because generally your young players don't do that. Your young players
No,
don't do
but man
that.
is man,
Yeah.
man is man.
Yeah.
All right. So, but he did that on the basis that he's playing in a team where he probably thought that he might never get the ball again. You have to keep this is the double-edged sword. This is the catch-22 with the young kids like Dujan and them playing now in these kind of games. Jamaica is gonna be all over the place, and I think in a way the games you want to use to build them can actually break them, because Jamaica is gonna have less position. They're gonna be more chaotic, and so now these youngsters, their introduction to international football is not actually in a way that is conducive to building their confidence. So it's a double-edged thing, because that's one of my things why I said that I wasn't sure. Early on I said I didn't want Dujan Whisper to get a call up this early, because I didn't want him playing these friendly games with a Jamaica team that doesn't hold on to the football, doesn't get the football to their strikers in good positions. And then you have these youngsters running out there for 90 minutes. And I feel like when the coach take them off, if they haven't done well, it can then shatter their confidence. And it goes back to what I said with the Omari Hutchins, why I'm happy the coach didn't take him off. Because I think I agree with you. He was having a bad game. He probably had the worst game.
Let me tell you something. The coach is very smart. All right. So that's why sometimes you have to be at the game. So in the second half, so you remember he started out on the left-hand side. So he was on the side where the coach was. Then he moved on the right-hand side for heading into Tinky and Lamar Walker when we were kicking towards Crossroads area. In the second half, the coach never put him on the left-hand side. Even when he was struggling, he was on the right side, because obviously the coach was trying to coach him on some defensive duties. So that is why I understood. But let me tell you this. There were people who were beginning to boo him. I will let me say this to you. If this were a competitive game and he was over by bleachers, I have been to the stadium. There are Jamaican fans were beginning to turn on him. So my whole point in the whole thing was that you have to sometimes save the players. And I could take the easy way out, you know. I could take the easy way out, because I could seek to protect the coach. And I am saying that the coach who I talk to, I would say should take responsibility for having him out there. Maybe he should have given even Tyler Roberts more time, even if to put him on the side that Omari was. Give him more time. That's all I'm saying. I feel like when he's playing, when a player is having that kind of day, you want to sit them down and talk to them, especially as a young player, especially because you may now have to put him on in a sticker coming off a bad performance. But like I said, he played through it, which is also, like I said, it had some benefit.
I think it was the best move, Manningsman, because he also gets a taste of the reality of how Jamaican fans are in that stadium when it's not working out for you. So you know what I mean? So he got a full course in coming to the office and know that in Jamaica, brother, when you suit up for Chelsea, everybody will say you're Jamaican. But you come in front of them people, you come to foolishness, you will quickly be booed out there. So I think it was a good reality check for him as well. I just don't want these games to break these youngsters' confidence where they start second guessing themselves. At the end of the day, he's still not officially capped, right? Is he?
Yeah.
Maninsman?
Yes,
he's not officially capped. So they still have a choice as to where to switch legions. Not saying he was gonna do that.
Yeah. But I understand what you're saying. That's what I'm saying. I am saying, like with Dujan, this is me. I remember his opinion. I would take Mikel Antonio is out. I would take Shamar Nicholson as my main striker. Then it's Mexico I'm going up against. Andre Gray's in Greece playing. I would bring him as a second striker. And then my third striker, I would bring Jamal Lowe because he can play on the wing and in the middle, because I want to bring enough midfielders to look at because I have wingers. That's what I would do. That does not mean it is the end for Dujan. I am still going to have him, right? That's just me. Some persons, and I put his name because some people are putting his name. It is, all right? Please, it is not about, it's opinion. So, Favor Max, for example, says that Whisper should be in the team. I don't have a problem with that. A couple other persons say that. Neo says he shouldn't, and that is okay. And next person, J. Taylor, says he should. It's not something to argue. It's not like it's just an opinion.
But man, it's shaping up now as to where actually Dujan Whisper cannot get left out of this team, because you see, when you just try to pick strikers, when you really look at it, who is gonna be that striker at the end of the day? So you have to start to now bring him in as a youngster to start becoming an understudy under those more experienced strikers, because when we really look at the striker position, we are looking a bit slim there based on what you were just struggling to find 3 good names.
No, I just called 3 names easily. I didn't struggle. Andre Gray,
No, but think about their quality. Think about their quality and the future.
So what? So when I say future, what you're talking about? So I'm going to play Mexico. Mikel Antonio is not. I'm going to play Mexico, and I need 3 strikers. Mexico. Let's focus on that. Mexico. Mikel Antonio is not available. If Mikel Antonio was available, it would be Mikel Antonio, it would be Shamar Nicholson and Andre Gray. And then Lowe will be on the side. Mikel Antonio is not available. So now I go, Shamar Nicholson, Andre Gray, and Jamal Lowe. I'm not struggling. So if somebody wants to say that they would select Whisper, that's okay. There are other players. You have like Johnson Clark Harris, whose papers are on the brink of coming through, who is going to be available for Gold Cup. Demarai Gray is going to be available for Gold Cup. Mikel Antonio is going to be available for Gold Cup. So you have other players as well who are going to be available. So to say that he has an automatic breast in the team now as a developmental player depends on a lot of things, because he could go on his contract in November and he is so dominant that he becomes the first choice. But I'm thinking about the Mexico game. Let me just say this, and then I'm going to have to run J. Taylor.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, all right. But let me just say this. Peso, I got from very good sources close to Taxi that if he's called up, to plug a gap, he's willing and ready. All right? He didn't tell you that he retired. Cataract, you were silent for most of that. So let me hear you. Oh, Cataract, Cataract. Yo. Oh, Cataract gone, I'm not even know. People, me serious, Cataract is there. Cataract gone, I'm not even know. Cataract, what kind of thing that? Not one message. Nothing at all. Yo, Cataract do that. Yo, walk. Yo, me never realize the people who couldn't tell me the Cataract leave. Yeah. Yo. Yo. Right? And the thing is like, and then if somebody so follow me. And people, if somebody says, because some people believe Trevante Stewart works hard and could be given a chance. You don't shoot that down because that is their opinion. We have to stop. And I'm going to tell you why. A lot of you guys don't. When you look at Ryan's channel now, let me give you an example. Right? When you look at Ryan's channel, there are 500 and odd people sometimes. And Coach Minzy, hundreds of people. Military Guna, hundreds of people. Do you know that sometimes, not just the players, but coaches listen, are people close to coaches at different levels? So here's the thing. Sometimes we have to be very careful of what we say. We have to be, especially the host, we have to be more mindful of what we say and understand that this is opinion. I present you some discrete facts that you have to read in between the line to figure out. But a lot of it is opinion. But hold on, we have a caller. Let's see if we can take this one. Yes, caller, welcome to the show.
Yes, man is one. Mikey Ballin here.
Mikey, what's up?
Why, what's good job on the game. You're becoming a good commentator. The coach did a good color job according to Americans.
Yeah, the people who beat me still know what I said. They beat me.
No, it's okay. Listen. You only can improve, you know. You only can go up.
Yeah.
And military did a good job with the camera. So I give all of you about an 8 out of 10 because it's room for improvement. Anyway, watching the game, I had one problem with one man. Only one man. You addressed earlier, Topi. If we box the ball around the back of the field, I will make 6, 7, 8, 9 passes just around it, just by the center circle.
Yeah.
Is it a Jamaican thing that you have to get rid of the ball, you can't pass it around for 20 times?
Listen, let me tell you this, and I'll tell you.
What so, is a muscle action? Is a muscle reflex action?
But that is what. Listen. So I spoke to the coach, not in it, and he says, listen, one of the things that he learned watching Jamaican football is if you put them under pressure, the Jamaican players, they kick the ball away. Especially
I don't think every team will that.
Especially the defenders. I'm talking right backs, left backs, centre backs, goalkeepers.
Yes.
The only group of players that will not kick the ball away is the forward players who love to shift and all of that. Their issue is that when they get in front of goal, they panic. So watch this. The pressure for the defenders is when you run at them. The pressure for the forwards is when they face goals in Jamaica. A lot of them panic. And that is something we have to fix in the football. It's a serious problem.
Isn't it Phillips who get the ball wide open and turn it back, chop it back?
Well,
I don't want to make
Some people are saying that it was stuck underneath his feet or.
Okay, well, all right. Well, based on what I see on the TV, I'm going to tell you, it looked like he put it back, but I can take correction. Yeah. But anyway, my problem is that the young boy King, him don't panic. And why these older players panicking? So if I was putting two people to start, right? Because I don't like the long kick, I will start Pinnock and King. Because the man want bull box the ball out of the box.
Oh, you're starting over King over Low?
Yeah, because he don't kick the ball long.
Okay.
He not give the ball. When he kick the ball long, it's anybody's ball. It's 50-50, and most of the time we lose. Most of the time coming right back at you, and you have to kick long again. So for me, because I played for medieval, and we never kick the ball long. We always try to build it out from the back when I was playing.
Yeah, and bats play. Fake Medieval, yeah.
Man, the bats play for Constant Spring.
Yeah, man, but him bats when bats there Meadowbrook, him never they play for Medieval. But way back in the days.
Spring.
Nah,
You mean Badass play for Medieval.
Okay.
That's after me.
Okay.
That's after me. Yeah, I last time I played was 82 because I came to the States. But what I'm trying to say is that the defender they must kick the ball. Even the left back was doing the same thing.
Let me just say this: the people, nobody's agreeing with you, you know. That King should play over low. But go ahead.
Yeah, because King young. Because listen, I'm looking at a man who win the ball and pass to one of our player guarantee. When Topi win it, 6% of the time we kick it long. Low, we kick it long 50% of the time. So it's a 50-50 ball or 60-40. We're going to lose. And when the ball kick long, it coming right back at us. You understand me?
Yeah.
How many times we kick the ball long and we win it? If you can check that stat, how many times we kick the ball long and the forward get it?
Well, I don't want to call any name, but one player. I'm not calling name still, but the stats show that one player made 8 long passes that were inaccurate in the first half. And there's a next player who made 7 inaccurate long passes. And both of them were
don't worry.
Deeper.
I rewatched the game. I rewatched it.
So between two players, that's 15 inaccurate passes. 2 players alone.
Okay, then the next question is man. Who won the ball? If it's inaccurate, therefore the other team won the ball. That's what it means. So therefore, 15 times we give it the ball in the first half. Now, I understand that King is young. But when you're playing low,
you know, Topi and King are like
Topi was about 2 years old, but Topi just kick the ball long every time. Sorry, 60% of the time.
Yeah, both of them. What is your age? They're like 21, 23. So they're not far apart.
They're young. Yeah, but King to me is a better player than Topi.
Okay.
I like Topi physical presence because he's big. You understand me? He's big and him, robust and thing. But King is more finesse. Let's put it away there. And King don't look to play the ball as long as so much time. And also Pinnock. And I want the new King, the new youth will play right back. From Wolves. Him don't look like him play the ball long either. So that is true. If you have them 3 man playing, and I don't know who can play left back.
He will probably play left back because he can play. Because remember he played left back in Montego Bay.
Right. But Javier Brown kick the ball long, but not as much as the other two.
But Osmo is saying this. Tell me this. Osmo is saying that you think it is wise for Jamaica to go to Mexico and try to play the ball around in the back?
Of course.
Okay.
When you have the ball, them can't score now. When you have the ball, them can't score now.
You think you can keep the ball down there against this high-pressing Mexico team? Just asking.
But listen to this. Depends on who's playing. Listen, the midfielder come for the ball sometimes, and man, them still a kick it long. Me say, when Phillips come for the ball and the man still a kick it long.
Yeah, man, that is for the game against yeah, but you're going to Mexico in the Azteca now. All right?
Listen, you play the ball on the ground. When you have the ball, the other team can't score. That's all I know. That's the best way that some people are scoring. You kick the ball in the ear, the other team getting it 60% of the time.
But all right, you remember that? You remember how we scored in Mexico?
It was a turnover by them team, I think, by Mexico.
It wasn't a long ball to Shamar, and the ball came in.
I mishead. Right. All right, but okay.
So wouldn't it be better? And remember, we got through on the counter in that game, that we should have scored the next goal, So I think maybe the best thing to do is to play Mexico on the counter. I just feel like we are not built yet to try and
put it on the ground.
Yeah, to try and keep the ball and knock it around the Mexico.
Right.
I don't think we are there yet. Maybe down the road as a coach gets more time with the team. But right now, I think we don't even have a holding midfielder that who could help with that. If we had like a Thomas Partey or a Casemiro,
listen.
I would say
listen. Man, as a Jamaican and as a fan of Jamaica, I'm tired to see the ball go from defense to forward to the defense to the other defense. The tight to see. We are bypass our forward and our midfield. Because I go to that. Sometimes I go to the goalkeeper. So we just tight to see.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they come right back at us. Right back at us. So to me, put it on the ground and try back to the ground. We can't do it, you know. If everybody moving, what happened? What happens sometimes with the Jamaican born midfielders, them stand up too much and they're not moving.
Yeah. All right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, top striker is saying to you. Top striker.
Yeah.
Is saying to you. Tope is a good player. If you watch the game without your prejudice, you will see that he played it short and he played it long and produced a great pass.
But long more time.
Yeah. Well, the truth is he did set up Phillips.
Right.
And he was the only player to win an offensive header from a set play. I will say this.
Yes.
I will say this. Of the players who can probably win headers when we're defending and attacking, it's Tope, Ethan Pinnock, and Damian Lowe.
And Lowe.
Yeah.
Right.
I think that's one of Mariapa's weakness and one of Liam Moore's weakness as defenders. They don't win a lot of aerial
balls. Your balls. You've cut them on the shorter side.
Yeah,
true. Man. And then make a next man call and go and listen.
Yeah, man. All right. Bless up.
Cool.
Yeah, man. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, people. We're gone. Cataract, I don't like how you operate, you know. I don't like how you operate, just move out. Hey, so here's the thing, people. I don't know who and who don't talk, you know. It look like some of the people them don't communicate. So it look like Jay Taylor and Cataract, because both of them never address each other. So I don't know if that caused a thing. Because I don't know. I was kind of lost. So Cataract, if that was the case, I didn't know, sir. All right. Yeah. So I don't know. All right. So let me give you again. Hugh Bradford. Right? Hugh Bradford. Hugh Bradford is going to be taking over the reins as the U20 coach for the female team. Right? He has the USSFC license. All right. So they have the CONCACAF playoffs coming up. Very strong squad. They have a lot of players a few players who have been in the national setup at least. The goalkeeper Leah Brooks and Washington and Van Zanten sister. They have Mia Mitchell, Avery Johnson, even Christian Brathwaite can play right now. And they have lots of players. They have Zoe Matthews and they have Buckley, all of these who played under 17. So they should have a good team, and he's going to be there. All right. Mikel Antonio will be out. Blake will be out. Amari Bell will be out. And Greg Lee will be out. Dante Casanova has his documentation. Russell will not be ready for this one. You understand me? So yeah. Yeah. So yeah, so that's some of the information out there. We gave you some name. The squad will be dropped tomorrow. The players will be here for the most part on Monday to begin their training camp. They're going to have the training camp in Jamaica and leave from Jamaica straight out to Mexico. All right. Now, the persons in the diaspora, if you have not yet purchased your ticket, remember the U15 trials begins Saturday and Sunday. Get there at 9 in the morning. All right. It is in Port St. Lucie. It's Saturday. And this is just to look at players who could be ready for the next under 15 cycle. All right. So let me say it to some people because people don't understand. So I was talking to some persons in football and they were adamant. Around Jason, just shout me tomorrow evening because I'll be that side tomorrow evening and then I'll just give you the time, but it starts at 10 and there's a play, then break, then they play again. So I suspect 10, 11, 12, probably 1 or 2 o'clock. Yeah, but we can link up. You understand me? Yeah. So the press conference, you can hear from the coach and he will address some of these things. One thing with the coach, he's very open, he's very honest. Listen, people, all right. I don't like them thing here now, but watch this now. Although people talk about the vloggers, this big up the vloggers, them. You understand me? Yeah, big up the vloggers, them. Every vlogger. But I call them independent content creator. I am a ICC. I'm an independent content creator. You understand me? Yeah. All right. So hear this now. I think that the JFF should consider this one thing. Have Simon Preston help Earl Bailey in the press officer department. What say you people? just a proposal. Peter, I was just about to close in here. I forgot to pay me for overtime. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, sometimes I get, I hesitate to call, but then when it bothers me, I say, let me call, and so that's why sometimes I wait until, I wait for a while. But I just want to make a couple points. And I hear you say that you can always use a CDM to play center. They always do okay. Why isn't the reverse true? Because I am in agreement with Neil to play Lowe or Richard King in that position in Mexico. I believe that they will do a job in that position since we're having a problem. So I don't know if you want to address that first and then I'll make my other points.
All right, so here's what I'll say. I believe, and the way that I've seen it work most time is that the quality CDMs can play at center back, right? And play well. And in fact, especially if you're going to play it at the back, they're very good for that. I find though that there are very few center backs that adjust well to the CDM position. And I believe that because in the CDM position, it requires a higher level of skill set, especially in close areas, in possessing the ball. You can use those in defense, but generally a center back, a pure center back, don't normally need those skill sets. So it makes it difficult for him to operate in the CDM position. Like I think high quality right backs and sometimes even left backs make better CDMs than center backs. So normally you find like players who are like center forward, when they get older, you see them drop back to a number 9. They drop back to midfield and they go right back to center back. Rarely do you see them move from center back to midfield to top midfield to forward. So that's the only thing. Now, can Lowe do a job in this game? It is possible if the role is to be a ball winner, cover spaces, which should allow Ravel, but you have to sit in the pocket, You know, like how in American football, the quarterback is better. He creates better offense, and if he is able to sit in the pocket, right? And then when you're defending, you know that the defensive line must keep everything there so nothing breaks the defensive line, which now mean the team has to go wide to the wide receivers. I think football, in the CDM position, you need somebody who can sit in the pocket and be able to connect your midfield to your defense, your forward to your defense, that kind of a thing. And maybe if he has like a DJ beside him, it can work for a one game, but I'd rather see these things tried out. Like in friendly games, honestly, that would be my preference than against a high quality opposition like Mexico. So that is just my only, concern about it. But it can work because it's a one game. It may work.
And explain the double pivot. Suppose the coach want to use a double pivot. Maybe I ask the question this way: which two midfielders you think would be good in a double pivot if that's what the coach does in Mexico?
You know that. All right. So let me just go. The last game that we played in Mexico in the office, it was Speedy and Lambert.
Right.
The game before that was Speedy alone. All right. That was a game where Lowe got a red card.
Yeah.
All right. In the World Cup qualifier. The game in Mexico, it was Speedy and Anthony. And we lost the game when Anthony came off. The game in Jamaica was drawn. So
was that a double pivot in Mexico with Speedy and
and Grant? Yeah, it was double pivot, and it was a double pivot with Speedy and Grant. So I think we're going to use a double pivot in this game as well.
Okay. You know, I don't like to belabor the point, but I do feel like we're stressing a little more than we need to about this central position. But let's move on. I hear a lot of people criticizing the coach for the last game, but I think we should all know that. In fact, if we listen to the coach carefully, he said it more than once in more than one interview that he's interested to see how these players react to instruction. And so, like for instance, I'm specifically talking about a long ball. Sometimes when you coach a team, players still go out there and do what they either are accustomed to do or what they feel like they should do. And so, you know, like for instance, when I hear Jay Taylor saying giving the coach 2 more games, I mean, you know, him should have better sense to know that first of all, you can give a player instruction and they don't execute. That's why coaches use the word execute. Yeah. Right? And also when Samoa's came, Jamaica lost a whole bunch of games before. This is called growing pains. We're gonna go through a process where the team don't look good, where we're gonna lose some games, until the coach finds his right ingredients and his recipe. And I think everything will come together. We need to, I think as you said, Malinsman, we need to trust the process. I don't know if you use that term.
Yeah, I just think
and
like,
just
listen.
Be patient.
I think, listen, we have up to Gold Cup, man. This whole thing about we have this amount of game, I don't think so. First, the coach need to build a team. The second thing is that I want the coach. I want the coach with the JFF to at least do a post interview from the Mexico game where the reports, because I think and feel like other things need to be put in place to ensure that the other things around the team is also facilitating the success of the team and the coach. Just based on how the coach sounds when he speaks, there is the notion that there is a higher level. Let me say it, I'm trying to be as respectful as possible. There needs to be a higher level of professionalism in preparing the team off the pitch. You understand me? I feel like there are several factors, off the pitch factors, that sometimes affect the coach's ability to prepare the team in the best possible way. Yeah. And those things need to be addressed. Those things need to be addressed. For example, did the coach really want to look at Leigh Casanova and wasn't able to look at it, but the player still came to Jamaica? When he could have used a player who probably glad that he got the passport. What if there's a next player that he could have used who had the documentation that he could have seen? So now he's in a situation, does he bring in Leigh Casanova Or you understand me? Because you haven't seen him
Yeah,
play in a
without.
game. So like those things,
Yeah.
you have questions and you don't get like the kind of press conference to ask those questions. Because
Right.
you and I know that in the corporate world, in the business community, it's not just what happens in the office, it's what happens outside of the office.
Yeah.
And things, what makes the stuff work? Are those systems working?
Yeah. Well, that goes right back to the JFF and team management and all of that stuff. It's funny. I was watching the one of the interviews, the same interview when the team was training, and somebody was right behind the coach. The coach was talking, and the one with the win, where we couldn't hear
Yeah,
what
yeah,
the
yeah.
coach was saying because somebody was laying out some
The
training stuff
maths, yeah, the maths.
on the show.
Which
and every time,
let me tell you what happened.
yeah,
So people, I can tell us that knowing the coach, a consummate professional, somehow the management of that whole press thing was not his true. But I
right.
think he should have said, "I am not doing it here." I don't know
Well,
for,
let me
but
ask you, wasn't it Earl Bailey that was doing the
well,
questioning right there?
yeah, he was. So I am saying that Earl Bailey should not have. In other words, first thing, and this is just me, and big up Mr. Bailey, like
But
with the
this is the
consummate.
same professionalism that you're talking about.
There you
That's what
go.
we're
So,
talking.
there you go.
This
So
is the
I'm
same.
not, because
Yeah.
sometimes when you say things, people think you're being disrespectful. Because just the culture. I want to just make sure I'm not being disrespectful. But here's the thing: a press officer, you either work for the press, mainstream press, or you work as a press officer for the federation. The press officer had a particular microphone in his hand doing the interview. You can't do that. You cannot do that, because that suggests to me that your duties are not being performed for the federation, but for what, like if you had a CNN mic, you're not
Yeah.
the GFF press officer. You are
Right.
doing a report for CNN.
Correct.
All right. There are other angles that could have been turned so that what was happening, in other words, give the coach the best background.
Exactly.
A press officer controls that. You say, listen, if you're going to talk to the coach, do it in the center of the pitch where we can get the national, the tunnel, where we can get this angle, where we can get the hills. All of those things must be arranged before. At the end of the game, the Kingston game, it was better because they went into the press area and they did the interview. The press officer has a responsibility to make sure that whichever sound system is being played there, that sound system knows that for the first 20 minutes, first 10 minutes, you can play music. After 10 minutes, the press conference starts. You can only play the music at a certain decibel level because the interview,
Right.
that's the press officer's job. The press officer also says, listen, you can only interview in this area and that area. Player 1, player 2, player 3, player 4, they're available for interview. They have only 15 minutes. So all of you need to come together on this. All of these things, these are press officers' arrangement.
Yeah. It's baffling because this is not an inexperienced person. This is a man that's been there for what, decades? Am I right or am I wrong?
I feel like because originally he was not, I don't know if he was a press officer, but originally because he speak different languages, so when they go to other countries, he do the interpretation for
Yeah.
whatever. So I think that is it in those things. But this is the next big thing. Mr. Chung, if you're watching, Mr. Bailey, you see the next press conference we're doing, you need to get one of those banners with Adidas,
Yeah.
with water, and where even if you're going to sit around a table, that is put up behind you. We don't want to see no drip. We don't want to see no decoration. right? The JPL used to do that. Well, the JPL still do it. When the JPL is doing their interviews, they normally bring the thing behind it with the sponsors, right? You need to, that cannot be too hard. If man is money can get a green screen and put up studio thing, you can get that.
Right.
Go quick signs
The
at one
whole
of those
thing.
places and let them sponsor the sign. And every time you fold it up, you unfold it, you put it up, and that is there.
Yeah, the whole thing was unprofessional. From the sound, the wind, and the man in the background, and then the wind is blowing away his thing that him setting up. It just look comical, man. We can do a better job. I mean, come on. It's simple, basic things that these guys don't even think of. I don't get it,
Yeah.
But my last point, man, is I know you want to go, is we need to stop branding our players. We hear people talking about Low is a walking red card. Let
Yeah,
somebody
yeah.
else say that. Because when we put those things out there are other people listening.
Yeah.
Just like you just said that there were 500 and odd people sometimes listening to Riot.
Yeah.
Hundreds of people listening to you, listening to coaches there. Some of those people are not all Jamaican. Some of them are overseas. Some of them, you understand, a Mexican man could be tuning in and trying to take stuff back to, the Mexican coach or whatever, So we need to stop saying these negative things about our players. We can talk it even in a different way, but
yeah, I'm going
Low
to
is
tell
a
you the truth.
walking red card and you guarantee.
I'm going to tell
don't
you the
like
truth.
that kind of stuff.
I know some of the persons, and they oftentimes text me, and honestly, I've had agents, not Jamaicans, they are not Jamaicans, who have looked in players, and they have said it before, that it's a good thing that they don't take the views of people. A player recently, a player left Jamaica in the summer, and I heard people, agents from overseas said if they had listened to the stuff on YouTube, they would never ever look at one player in Jamaica. So I don't think sometimes they think about that, right? We may not appreciate a player. It is opinion. I think at the end of the day, if somebody else comes in and who is better than Low and replace him, I don't have a problem with that. But I don't agree with the disrespect. If there's somebody else better than Speedy, replace him. And if he's not playing well, I will say, listen, he had a poor game. In the same way I said earlier, if I was saying, Topi, if you play one more long ball, you should be substituted. In the same way I say that, I can say, Omari, if you coach, take him off and save him. And that's it. But But I did go on and say that he should be in the team. That's Omari Hutchinson. So we have to do that. And he is a good player. I don't like when you start saying that the players are not good and they don't know football and them dunce and them IQ low and, them should never ever this and them should never wear the national colors and like those things. And, Casemiro at Manchester United has picked up how many red cards since this season?
Yeah, anybody calling him a walking red card? I mean, and I don't know how. I don't say. I mean, even the World Cup campaign. I remember just one instant that Low got a red card. I don't remember Low getting a whole bunch of red cards.
Yeah.
So I think it's unfair to the player. I don't like it. But yeah, man, we'll get it right, man. We'll get it right.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Yeah, man.
Yes, man. It's big respect to you because I did enjoy the stream and the commentary and everything.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
I mean the live game. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
All right, sir.
Yeah, man. All right. Bless up. Yeah, man. Yeah. All right, people are going to close. Luke Badley Morgan is not doing. He was injured. A lot of these players, Marcelo, he has been injured. Yeah, man. Big up Duclan. Hey, people, listen. I and I have leaving. So today is the day when the gunners are at it. Netta boss. What a god. Data boss, where have you been? You understand me? I haven't seen you for a while. People, big up on yourself, like I said that we're gonna have a host on the program, for a couple, like I said, because I'm going to be in an undisclosed location doing some stuff. You understand me? Making some moves, so you'll see that, right? But tomorrow, squad I got dropped. And his man giving us some names. Watch the stream. We're giving us some names already, Hold on, so yeah. You understand me? Yeah, man. All right. So, right Tyrell seen a big up. Big deal then, that drop already. You have to go watch back the stream. People, hit the like button, right? Subscribe if you have not yet subscribed. You understand me? Thanks to everyone for watching. Thanks for all the likes, all the all the questions, all the comments, all the debates, all the arguments, all the cussing, all the racing up. You understand me? Big up to all of the panelists from Cataract to Unseen. Wicked Man Brook arrive when I'm leaving. You understand me? Big up to all of you, man. I mean, appreciate the love, appreciate the support. Thanks for sharing the video. All right, and thanks for getting people involved and engaged. Really appreciate it. All right, we have lots of big things coming up. Again, as we close out, right? Hugh Bradford giving the nod as the U20 coach. No Antonio, no Blake, no Bell, no Leigh Casanova gets his passport. I am Management. This has been I Am Sure Sports. And when we get to this point of the show, we say we are over and we are O-U-T out of here.
Boom, check it out. I don't know it's Jason. I'm a represent for I Am Sure Sports. For the latest news and updates, check out I Am Sure Sports. Make sure you go to the YouTube channel, subscribe and share. Jace representing I Am Sure. I Am Sure Sports.